so nasty.
That's nasty work.
That is so
fucking work, bro.
Jesus.
Thrice in a lifetime. I need it, bro. I need it, bro.
I don't need
That's
that,
so
bro.
freaking nasty.
He got knowing him, he would beat Cena. No joke.
Oh yeah, he would.
I mean, at this stage though, it doesn't even matter anymore. Cena's been done for years, so I mean, the retirement run is happening. But I mean, nigga,
he watched like JD.
Ain't won a match in like
Oh wow.
He won a match over in 2000 days, bro. So
that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that's wild.
That's like Undertaker type streak, bro. Like
6 years, bro. Like, we're on 7 years.
If you said 10 years ago Cena would go on a 6-7 year losing streak, nobody, man. Come on, bro.
Nah, I would have been like,
no matter how old he gets, not possible, bro. It's not even logical to think that, but yeah,
it's crazy.
That shit's happening. That shit's happening.
Right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the pod. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different that we haven't done on the pod before to kind of switch things up. Today we're just going to be having different topic of different conversations, so of different perspectives and opinions on things that we're going to ask each other. Just want to get everybody's takes. You guys can feel free to chat in the comments as well about your personal takes and opinions about things that are being discussed. We don't know any of the questions that are going to be asked, but we'll just give our takes. I'm sure there will be some debates here and there. Nate's going to start off with something different that he wants to do as well for the pod, and then we'll dive into like these main conversations that we're going to have mainly. So Nate, what we doing here, bro, with this ranking stuff?
All right, bro. So I seen everybody doing like this blind ranking stuff, like you just name a wrestler, you put them in, blah 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 type shit. But I want to do something different. So what I want to do is I want to kind of take the blind rankings and kind of flip it on its head. I want to give y'all 5 wrestlers off rip. I want you guys to put them in whatever order that you want, whatever order you want, and then after we're done, I'm gonna tell y'all the criteria. So you don't know the criteria. You just put these wrestlers whatever way you want, however you want to, and I'll tell you what the criteria is afterwards. All right. So your 5 wrestlers are The Rock, Kenny Omega, John Cena, AJ Styles, and Roman Reigns. One more time: The Rock, Kenny Omega, John Cena, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns. Put them in whatever order that you want to put them in.
So I'm assuming in ring. That's my first instinct.
I don't know what the
criteria. If we're talking in ring,
I'm trying to think of the criteria. I'm trying to think of the criteria.
We got in ring. We've got what else? What do we possibly promo ability or maybe something like that?
That's that's
promo ability. I don't think it would be. I don't know I don't think star power would be a thing because he got Kenny Omega in there. So match quality, promo ability.
Match quality, yeah.
Some other criteria, maybe.
I'll give you advice. I'll give you some advice. I'll probably start with 3. I probably start with 3. Just like whoever you're most comfortable putting at that 3rd place. That's probably the best way to go about this. Just start.
Roman?
At 3? Okay. Everybody agree? Roman at 3?
Oh, we all have to agree on it?
Yeah, this is a collective thing.
I thought it was individually. I thought
Roman? That's what I'm thinking.
Somebody also say character work in the comments.
Character?
Roman gotta be one then, bro.
If we're doing character work,
character work, he's number 1, bro. At this stage,
out of those 5,
bro, Rock though, oh no, though.
Oh, character work, yeah, I'm taking Roman.
He didn't say Rock though. Oh, I don't know, bro. Rock is
promo ability. Rock, yeah.
Because character work, Cena, Kenny, and AJ would be at the bottom of character work.
Oh, for sure.
Cena, Cena can Doctor of Thugonomics, and he can kind of be like in the middle though. Let's just, oh man,
you got a little hint, man. Kind of expand your mind a little bit. These categories too. It could be anything. It could be literally anything too. Yeah. That's why I suggested you start off at 3. Just like pick somebody. You just like, you know what? I'll put them in the middle. So no matter what category.
Who's the? Do we have a set 5?
Yeah. So it's the Rock,
AJ, Kenny.
The Rock, AJ, Kenny, who?
Roman,
Cena, and Roman.
Okay. I would say we put AJ in the middle.
AJ in the middle?
I was thinking that too.
So AJ at 3?
Solid choice.
All right. Yeah, make it a little different. Let's put Kenny at the bottom
Kenny at the bottom. Okay.
Oh,
because I think it's something.
Okay.
It's something that I think involves type of character aspect. I think.
So who we got left? We got Cena, Roman, and who left?
We put AJ.
well, if we're leaning character work, then
We got to put somebody below AJ. Then.
Cena.
We still got Cena, Rock, and
We're
Roman.
talking character work.
Cena, Rock, and Roman.
I would.
Jeez.
Because Roman and Rock probably be the top two, right? If we're doing
Yeah.
character work. And I guess
I guess,
Cena, Rock, and four.
I guess, man, I don't know.
Watch it be hair. Watch the category be hair.
I mean, right, you already fucked up if that's the case.
Exactly. Oh. Was then Roman at one?
Maybe somebody said finishers though. Maybe it could be finishers.
Finishers? Oh, then fuck Rock at the bottom.
I hope it's not wrestling gear.
Rock at the bottom.
That's
Cena. That's probably
and low key Roman too.
Cena too, bro.
Yeah, Cena's gear.
It's literally just George.
Yeah.
Literally.
It'll be AJ and Kenny at the top.
Right.
Oh yeah, they got no gear.
All right, let's just do. Since most of us have Cena as the GOAT, let's just put him at 1.
Okay.
Ooh,
Since most of us think he's the GOAT.
So who's
Roman
going on
at
the
1.
AJ?
Let's just put. Let's just put Roman at 2, and then AJ, then
Roman
Rock,
at 2.
and then Kenny.
I
We don't know what
like
the
that. I like
criteria
that.
is.
So you're. I'm gonna let y'all confirm this order. Y'all can switch anything if y'all want. John Cena at 1, Roman Reigns at number 2, AJ Styles number 3, The Rock at number 4, Kenny Omega number 5. Y'all good with that order?
Yeah, let's just see what
I'm
it
good
is.
with it.
Let's lock it in.
All right. So you guys were very, very off with your topic. I told you it can be anything. You got to think expansively. You rank these wrestlers in the order of who you want to retire the most.
Well, Cena's already retiring, so.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you did get on
Rock
Cena.
at 1.
You got Roman at 2.
Nah, yeah, that's
You got
Oh,
AJ
God.
Styles at 3. And you got The Rock at 4. So y'all close. Y'all's close. Y'all got Kenny at the bottom. So
Rock would be number 0.
Rock should actually been
Get the
number
fuck out of here.
actually.
Get him the
Or
fuck
number
out
2.
of here, bro. Come on.
He could have been top. Yeah,
I know. I was hoping Lewis was going to be on here so he can play him at number 5. I was really
he
hoping
would have
Lewis
crashed
would
out.
play him
He
at
would have
number
crashed
5.
out.
I was.
Damn, that's. Well, I mean, Casino's already retiring, so that doesn't really hurt too
Yeah,
much.
that's good. That's fine. Yeah.
He's already leaving anyway. But Roman at 2 is crazy. Yeah,
When Roman retires, I'm gonna feel old as shit.
Depends on when he retires, though.
I mean, he's part time, so he can retire whenever he wants.
Yeah, true. At this stage, low key. Is that the only one you got?
Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to get one out the way. Get a feel for it.
Okay.
Probably come with another one next week with the rest of them.
That's
like
interesting.
Or somebody else. If somebody else want to do one, I mean, you could kind
No,
of
yeah,
get the
that's-
concept.
I probably got one.
That's interesting.
I do a few of these on my page. Let me see.
We really put Rock at 4. That's crazy.
He never retired.
Oh, shit.
We should have had Ric Flair on this list.
Let me see. Ric Flair.
He never retired, bro.
What? He said it in his Hall of Fame speech. I'll never retire.
He gonna perish in the ring.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my gosh.
Parachute.
He wants to.
Kind of crazy. No, he does if he wants to.
He wants to, bro. Not like niggas want to die in the kitty cat. That nigga want to die in the ring. That's his kitty cat right there, bro.
What is wrong with you?
Face down, face full
Oh my
of
God.
canvas.
What is wrong with you, dog?
Clip that.
Clip that. Yes. All right. I got one. I'm going to ask y'all to blind rank these WWE video games. Y'all ready?
No.
Oh Lord.
In terms of what? Just ranking him?
Just ranking them in terms of quality. But you can't change the order.
So we doing the original.
We all have to agree on this?
Yeah.
So we doing the original. The how you normally blind rank. Oh
Mhm.
shit. Okay. Oh God.
All right.
I'm gonna give y'all a gimme. So it's 5 of them. So I'm gonna give y'all one. WWE 2K20.
It's like
I mean,
I'm not Cam. I'm not Cam, so
Shout out Cam, but you need to stop playing that game.
What's
man.
up?
I think we can all.
2K20.
Cam,
can-
I'm hearing
I
too
think
much
we
stuff about
all-
you, brother. I'm hearing too much stuff.
Cam a little sus. I ain't gonna lie. I think we can all agree that's number 5, right?
Yeah, for sure.
As you should.
No matter what's next, we can just put that at the bottom.
It depends. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so.
Well, I mean, there's one that can contend on this list. I'll say that. SVR 2011.
That's solid.
Ooh.
That's solid. I'm cool with a 3.
I put it at 3.
That's solid.
3.
Oh,
Okay.
so we have to rank them before we know it's
Yeah.
next. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
So,
Okay,
yeah, I put
okay,
that
so
at 3. I put that
we'll
at
go
3.
3. We'll go 3. Oh,
All
that's
right.
gonna be tough.
WWE 12.
Ooh, I can't put that over 2011, bro.
Yeah, I get
No.
Not for me.
Wait, you can't put over what?
2011. 2011.
Oh yeah, no. I thought you said 20. I was like, what? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool at 4.
4 is
I
fine.
mean, okay, we can put that at 4.
All right. No Mercy.
I don't
gonna
know if
lie.
I rate this one. I haven't played this one.
I was say I haven't played it, but I heard really good things about it. So
Yeah.
It's great in my opinion.
It's a good game, but it's not the best though. People definitely overhyped that game a little bit for me. I wouldn't even put that over 2011 personally.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't either.
But we got to put it at 2 though. I'll put it at 2.
all the old heads about to get mad. Jay's about to go off. He about to have SCR08.
Y'all just cooked yourselves. At number 1, y'all got WWF Raw on the original Xbox.
That was a setup for failure, bro.
It literally says.
I was expecting y'all to put SVR 11 at 1 or 2.
All right, so I'll do this thing because I want to see if y'all can guess it. Mo probably already knows because I made a video about it. So there's this website called Ranker, and basically they have just lists of different topics, and not even just WWE, but just different variety of options of different things that you're into. There's on the website, the ranking is just based off what the fans vote on. So the fans vote on the rankings, and then they put it all together of like the order of like the rankings and stuff. So based off what the fans around the world have voted, I want you to guess the top 10 greatest WrestleManias ever.
Oh, that
In
list
order.
is nasty. I've seen it. That list is nasty.
I want to see if you can guess the top 10
Oh, based
So,
off of their
Top 10
ranking.
WrestleManias ever.
based off what the fans have voted. Yes, based off.
We have to go.
When was this?
By
When was this
1, 2,
list
It's all
made?
40. All 40. So this is recent.
It is a nasty list. I've seen it. I don't remember it completely.
So do we have to guess like
Just
how
guess
bad, like,
WrestleManias that
order?
you think would be.
Do we have to go in
top
order?
10.
You said.
So you don't have to guess the order. Just guess 10 WrestleManias that you're like, okay, these are the top
Okay.
10 that
Okay.
I think the fans would vote.
Okay,
17.
you said it's nasty. Yeah, 17's on there.
17.
Okay, so WrestleMania 17 is voted number
Okay,
1.
you said it's nasty, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like 18's on here, bro.
Yeah, so
Says
should we be guessing nasty manias like
You
we
just guess what variety you want to go into. So somebody said WrestleMania 17. WrestleMania 17 is voted number 1. So that's
Okay.
number
Good.
I'm gonna say that they have WrestleMania. Why am I thinking 19, bro? I don't know.
1. WrestleMania 19 is voted number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shouldn't be a nasty list.
Should not be number 2, by the way.
I'm finna start saying stuff.
As long
Not,
as it's
not even the best
possible.
WrestleMania of the Ruthless Aggression era, bro. Not even the best
So
one.
you said it's nasty. I
Where's
don't
the
know
lie?
if you
Where's the lie?
you
I'll
didn't
give
say
you
yes or
21.
no.
I'll give you 21.
I'm gonna assume because of Rock and Hogan, 18's on here because it's a
WrestleMania
nasty
18
list.
is voted number 7.
I know
course.
26 was high on that list. I remember.
I'm
that.
gonna say WrestleMania.
It's fucking nasty.
I'm gonna say WrestleMania 15 is up there, bro.
Oh my
WrestleMania
god.
15 is not in the top 10.
Okay.
I don't think that list got that nasty. 21. I know 21's up there.
WrestleMania 21 was voted number 5.
Is 14 on there? AJ Austin. Is that on there?
WrestleMania 14 was not voted on here.
Oh,
Okay, good.
10.
Good.
WrestleMania 10.
WrestleMania 10 was voted number 4.
That's
Oh,
too high.
30. 30 has to be on there.
30 is not in the top 10.
It's not? People
Not in the top 10.
glaze that
20,
mania. That's
20,
I'm
28.
glad.
28.
28 is not in the top 10.
thank God.
40.
40.
I do know about this
Yes.
list. 40 and 39 did not make the list.
40
I
and
know
39 are not in the top
that.
10.
They don't make the top 10. They don't make the top 20.
So this is a nostalgia list, pretty much.
That list is nasty.
Oh, 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. WrestleMania 30 is number 10. I'm sorry. WrestleMania 30 is number 10.
Okay.
I knew it.
22.
WrestleMania 22 is not in the top 10.
Number 3 has to. WrestleMania 3 is probably on this list. Bunch of old fucking heads.
WrestleMania 3 is voted number 8.
Okay,
I knew it, bro. I
know what type of list this is. I know what type of list this is.
Respect WrestleMania 3, but no, bro.
I know what type of list
Right,
this
top
is.
10 is crazy. Top 10 is crazy.
Maybe top 20.
So you're missing number
yeah.
9, you're missing number 6, and you're missing number 3.
31.
31 is voted number 9.
WrestleMania. What
Should be
about 13?
WrestleMania 13 is not on here.
Thank God.
I'm gonna guess. I don't like this WrestleMania, but I see what type of crowd we have. 35.
35 is not on here.
You don't like
Thank
35?
God. It's too long, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's a hard rewatch.
That mania is carried by Kofi, Becky, and Seth. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying. If they would have went 2 nights on this night, it would have been perfect.
So much better.
Okay, so
I know some nasty.
I'm trying to think of.
I'll say this: one WrestleMania is definitely deserving to be in here for sure, and the other one is debatable. I guess you could say
23.
20.
23 is not on here. WrestleMania 20 is voted number 6.
Oh, okay.
So
is
the
that
next
the one that deserves to be on there?
The other one definitely should be in. Without that.
So okay, let me look at my list.
29.
Oh Lord,
absolutely not. Is that on here?
Shut up.
Okay.
24.
WrestleMania 24 is voted number 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's 3 is crazy. 3 is crazy, but
you could argue
I thought
Three is crazy. What? Definitely
top 3.
You can argue it.
Top 3 WrestleMania.
Yes.
I don't have a top 3, but you can argue it.
All time in the Ruthless Aggression era for sure, but not.
Oh yeah.
I don't have it over 39 or 40. If I'm being real, like I don't think it's.
I don't know.
It's good.
23 is top. 24
Good.
They're all like my top 7
a
are
good
all the
mania.
same tier for me.
So this to recap. The top 10 WrestleManias all time voted among the audience. Number 1 is WrestleMania 17. Number 2 is WrestleMania 19. Number 3 is WrestleMania 24. Number 4 is WrestleMania 10. Number 5 is WrestleMania 21. Number 6 is WrestleMania 20. Number 7 is WrestleMania 18. Number 8 is WrestleMania 3. Number 9 is WrestleMania 31. And number 10 is WrestleMania 30.
Like 31 being
couple
top 10 mania is
there's a couple sneaks in there. I ain't gonna
There's a couple snakes if I'm being real. Since this is recent too.
A lot of sneaks.
Yeah.
I don't know why WrestleMania 3 here. WrestleMania 18 is extremely overrated.
I think a lot of people
not be in there.
I think a lot of people might need to go back and watch 19. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not
What's
gonna
wrong
lie.
with 19?
I went back and watched it. I'm not gonna lie.
Been telling people
not
they
gonna
overrated
lie.
WrestleMania for years, bro.
It's top 10
like
for sure. I don't want to hear lower than 10.
It is top 10 for sure. I don't know if it's top 5, but it's top 10.
Top 2, bro.
Top 2.
No, top 2 is crazy.
3.
Top 2 is
I
nasty.
got a 3.
It's not
Before I would say like a few years
It's
ago.
not even the best of the Ruthless Aggression era, bro. It's not even the best of the
Man, 21. Yeah, I mean,
It's not better than
outside of
21.
that,
It's not better than 24 either, bro.
I'll
Those
put it
are-
over
those are much
24.
better.
I'll put it over 24.
Over 24?
Yes. 24 is amazing, but I'll put it over 24.
That wasn't that the mania with Triple H and Booker T?
The match was good. The
Yeah,
result was
We're
dog shit.
not doing this.
G-Baby,
I'm
love
not
that
doing
match.
this. I'm not doing this with you, Mo. I'm not gonna do this with you, bro.
Hey, Shawn and Jericho, Brock and Kurt, Hogan, McMahon.
Jericho and
Hogan
Shawn.
McMahon was good.
Jericho and Shawn. Y'all might need to go back and watch
Austin
that,
Rock
'cause-
3.
What? That match was
I
What's
don't
good.
wrong with
know.
Jericho and Shawn? Hold on.
I don't know. Y'all might need to go back and watch it. That was kind of.
Well, I'm guessing you like their.
Oh, Jericho and Shawn, that was the best match of the show, bro.
I've heard.
God.
It's a positively acclaimed match, but I don't know if it deserves like a little bit of the talk.
You think their ladder match is better?
Don't make me get the sign, bro.
I'm just saying.
Nah, yeah,
I mean,
WrestleMania
the ladder
24,
match is better.
WrestleMania 24 just had better. This is
Good
good.
match.
24 is like that. I'm just saying.
24 is fantastic.
24
course,
got better
top to
matches. Got better matches. Got better everything, bro. Like, it's just better, bro.
That main
I'm
event.
gonna rewatch 24 again.
24. The main event definitely better for
it's
sure.
So good. Oh yeah.
It's just better overall, bro.
I will say 19's main event gets a little bit overrated. Just a little bit.
I think just because of the botch and the fact that Brock continues, why people.
The main event wasn't that good. Okay.
They had better matches that
They had
same
better.
year.
It
The
wasn't
Iron
even-
Man match.
Main event was all right, bro. At best, honestly. I mean,
It was good. It just wasn't top 10 to me.
all right. So I don't know what type of questions you guys are gonna ask, or if you have any on top of your head that you want to talk about. But I want to talk about this one that's been going through the community. Everybody's seen it about the Jeff Hardy thing. I want to see everybody's take on it. What you guys think? So to clear up what was said, so people aren't confused. Jeff Hardy said in an interview that he believes if he was living life better in his 20s and 30s, like just drug free and hadn't made all the type of mistakes that he had made, if he was living life better in his 20s and 30s, he believed that he could have been bigger than John Cena in wrestling. So, based off that criteria alone, like hypothetically, if he had gone down the right path in that time frame, what do you guys think? Do you think he could have been bigger than Cena?
No. And I'm saying this as a Jeff Hardy fanboy. Absolutely not. The thing
you don't think so at all?
Here's why. It's not because of Jeff or anything else. It's the people running the show. In that time frame, Vince McMahon didn't want to put the WWE Championship on Jeff Hardy. Freddie Prinze Jr. had to push for that to happen.
That was also because of the stuff that Jeff Hardy was going through. Let's just say he wasn't going through that though. Let's just hypothetically Jeff Hardy was cooling.
That's the thing.
In 2008, he was already popular. He was more popular than John Cena.
Yes, but the thing is, the company will only let you get as big as they want you to get. That's the thing.
That's true.
If they were already pushing John Cena to be the number one, and they wanted to, they did everything to keep him the number one. He was going to stay number one, and nothing was going to change that. There were people at many different times that were more over than Jeff Hardy, than John Cena. Excuse me, and they didn't get to that. CM Punk, he was more over than John Cena at one point. Didn't get to that point. Why? Because they wanted John Cena to be number one, and also the fact John Cena. Malika said it before. John Cena is so dedicated to this shit. The man tore his pec, came back in what was that, 3 months? Yeah. That's how dedicated he was. I don't know if Jeff Hardy's that kind of guy that's going to do something like that. That's just me.
I think, so you got to look at it from different aspects. Popularity-wise, I mean, Jeff Hardy has just the same amount of impact, I think, as John Cena when it comes to wrestling. Like, Jeff Hardy was that dude at one point. Like, he was that crazy popular. And if you backtrack, too, let's just say, like I said, Jeff Hardy was living better in his 20s and 30s. You backtrack to 2002, that ladder match against Undertaker, right? I think that was kind of maybe a little bit of an experiment where they kind of like, let's see what Jeff Hardy can do in this criteria match against this guy. I think they may have wanted to kind of start to use him as a singles guy at that time frame. I'm not saying he would have been top guy, but at that time, John Cena was a nobody at the time frame too. So he wasn't a solidified star at that time. But that was also the year, though, they were starting to make Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? He got that crazy push that year. And they already made it clear he was going to be the guy that they were investing in. And then you still had Batista and Randy Orton in Evolution. Those guys were being groomed for big spots. So Cena was really kind of at the bottom at that stage. Like, he hadn't really made a name for himself at that particular time frame. So if he had started to get that push around then, I mean, it's very possible because, like I said, Cena wasn't who he is today. Now, once he came back to WWE and John Cena was already at that stage, I just don't see WWE putting Jeff Hardy over Cena at that stage, at that particular time frame, even if he was living a clean state. It's just once Cena became the guy, I think they already knew they wanted Cena to be the guy. And once they saw how dedicated he was to the craft, they weren't going to put anybody over him until he started to get older and was heading into other avenues, which they did. And they already had their new guy, Roman Reigns, at the time, who they knew they wanted to invest into. So it's a tough situation. It's not crazy to say, if you ask me. It's not a crazy statement to say because if you were watching in real time, you know how big Jeff Hardy was at that time frame. You know what I mean? Like, if you were watching like in real time around that time, like Cena was still the face of WWE. We all knew that, but Jeff Hardy was like probably the number one most popular guy in the company among the fans.
Yep. Became my favorite wrestler of all time. And that's just that 1 to 2 years became my favorite wrestler.
Yeah, pick a different favorite. Need a better favorite.
Nope. Never.
What do you guys think? You guys can touch on it if you guys
want. Yeah.
Speak on it.
Shit. You go ahead, Tio.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with y'all. It's I don't think Jeff was ever gonna be the face of the company. So bigger than John Cena, no. Now we're talking as big as John Cena if he would have stayed on the right path, and we got a conversation because just popularity already right now, even with all the stuff that has happened in his career, he still is like one of the most popular wrestlers in the world. So if you take Jeff in his prime and he goes down the right path and he has more opportunities, we got a conversation for just as big, but bigger. No, I wouldn't say bigger. I don't know about bigger.
Nope.
He could have been a better CM Punk.
Yeah, I mean, he literally says if I would have gotten my life together. So basically, if I was straight edge, didn't smoke, didn't drink, wasn't on drugs, we literally seen that with CM Punk. He was straight edge. He didn't do none of that. He stayed, for the most part, until his departure. He stayed out of controversy. Like, he wasn't like, yeah, he was hard-headed. Yes, he like was against the grain, but he wasn't doing stupid shit like to make the company look bad. And he was the hottest thing in 2011. If they would have booked him properly, who knows? Like CM Punk, if he would have stayed in that time, like he would have been a massive star. Would he have been on John Cena level? No, because again, like the people running the show, they're the only people that would have been able to make Jeff Hardy bigger than John Cena is the WWE, and there's no way that they were going to they weren't going to do that unless they were like 100% ready. Unless they were like 100% ready, like, all right, we're moving on. This is our guy. This is who we're going with. They didn't do that till Roman Reigns, and the fans fucking hated that. We don't even have to get into that. So no, and plus, bro, John Cena went. What wrestler do you know dropped the platinum rap album? Like,
yeah.
Come on, Jeff, you're a solid musician, but you wasn't dropping a fucking platinum album.
We also have to look at like how they're both built. John Cena's built like a brick house. Jeff Hardy's not. Vince always favored the bigger guys.
Yep.
I think because John Cena was, I know a lot of people always bring up, he was hated at one point, for a while. And Jeff Hardy never had that type of reaction from the fans. And those are also valid arguments if you ask me, because the fans were like 50-50 balance with John Cena for years when Jeff Hardy was extremely, extremely popular. But I look at it in different avenues. Like, I don't know if there's any scenario where I see Jeff Hardy, and maybe it's because John Cena's legendary stats have grown so big and we know what John Cena has become. So we're having to look back in the past, and it's just hard for me to see Jeff Hardy excelling over John Cena for what John Cena became in wrestling. Like, I think John Cena was more inspirational and was looked up to more like as a superhero among like what kids wanted to be like. I think Jeff Hardy though was more cooler. Like, he was doing things that people did in backyards, wrestling and stuff like that. Like when the DVD came up and said, "Please don't try this at home," like that was Jeff Hardy. Like, Eric, don't jump off the ladder. Don't be like that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And we all were still doing that stuff. You know what I mean? So it was cooler, I think, to be like Jeff Hardy, but I think more people inspired to be more like John Cena because he was just more of like what that superhero gimmick embodied, like, so it's interesting to say. I mean, it's not crazy to say. We just don't know. I mean, if Jeff Hardy was living better, maybe he could have been bigger than John Cena. We don't know. I mean, maybe Vince McMahon would have had a different opinion, but usually just based off of the background of what WWE has looked like, I think that majority of the people can understand why we don't see Jeff Hardy being above John Cena, because Vince always had a certain criteria of a certain look. Like, in WWE, you look at Hulk Hogan, you look at Rock, Cena, even Roman now. The only ones that you could get away with it were like Austin, but Austin had a crazy popularity peak that just excelled him up to the top. You know what I mean? Like, where it was undeniable for them not to use him in that light. Then you got like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, but Jeff Hardy wasn't as good as a performer as those guys in ring wise. You know what I mean? Like, during those time frames, like those guys were just very, very good at excelling in the ring and putting on better matches than half the roster. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see what things would have been like differently, especially if Jeff Hardy never left in 2009. If he had never left WWE in 2009, I mean, he could have stuck around for some years.
Still breaks my heart, bro.
And that could have been.
I was sad.
CM Punk was my biggest op for like 5 years.
I hated that nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I didn't care when he turned face. I didn't give a fuck. I said, "Fuck you."
Some people still had him, bro. It's crazy.
It would be a lot different, especially they could have used him. If Jeff Hardy had stayed in 2009, they definitely could have used him like that 2010, 2011 era, where like it was just like Cena. Yes. And people were so tired of Cena, and then Cena was so
insufferable at that point. Oh my god!
Like they could have definitely used Jeff Hardy at that time frame. So it's interesting to see what could have happened. I don't know.
Yeah, Jeff to me is I always looked at it like he was his own worst enemy. If he just got out of his own way, man, who knows where it could have took him? Because the popularity just never waned. Even when he came back, everyone still loved him.
Anybody else when you guys get throw out of there? That's just one I wanted to get out the way, just because I want to see what everybody's take was.
Good start.
Kind of flowing out in social media.
We just go this way.
All right, go ahead, Mo.
Topic. Oh, want to get you guys' thoughts on The Rock. So we started talking about it off air, but y'all's thoughts on The Rock on Raw and how he was going about that.
Honestly, bro, I have no idea, bro. They got me, bro. Because I honestly, I literally don't know what direction they could go. There's so many different avenues. But you know what? Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe they want us to feel this way. Maybe we're not supposed to know. Maybe we're supposed to second guessing ourselves and not knowing. But I don't like it. I don't like not knowing at least a direction. It bothers me. But you know, maybe we're supposed to feel that way. Maybe. You know, we're not supposed to know the direction because I for sure thought when Rock came out, I'm thinking we're going to find a boss promo. He's going to tease something. He's going to drop something. Anyway, none of that, bro. He come out. He gave it the most corporate promo ever. And shout out to Netflix. Dapping up Cody. I'm like, what is this? Like, when did they get cool? Yeah. Last time we saw y'all was beefing. Then he put the Ula Fala around Roman's neck, which him and Roman weren't beefing, but they had a perfect moment to do something. And I was like, oh, my gosh, bro. Perfect moment to do something with that. Didn't do nothing. So I'm like, listen, I don't know what they got planned. Maybe something crazy will happen. Maybe Rock shows up number 30 at the Royal Rumble for all we know. And he's like, I got your asses. I mean, it's, I don't know, man. I don't know at this stage, based off, if I had to go with my gut instinct right now, this is what I see happening. Based off what we saw in that promo, my gut is telling me The Rock isn't going to be at WrestleMania now. That's just what I'm feeling at this stage. Cause I feel like if there was going to be some teaser, we would have got it. Maybe they're going to wait it out, but my gut is telling me we're not getting Rock at Mania. I was one of the people that already said Roman Reigns is winning the Royal Rumble, or he's a favorite to, before he even declared for this. I said that like a couple months ago, like, you know, Roman Reigns could be a favorite to win that Rumble. I'm just saying. And now that he got the Ula Fala back, the only step for him to take now is to move forward to try to get back everything he lost from Cody. That could be the direction. But I think there's going to be a twist to it. I think Roman wins the Rumble, and then I think the favor that CM Punk is going to get from Paul Heyman is to get him into that match, making it a triple threat. So then it's going to be Cody versus Roman versus Punk at Mania in the main event. That's kind of what I'm thinking now, because CM Punk wants the WrestleMania main event, but I think he wants the main event. He can main event night one, but like night two is like, that's the spot. You know what I mean? Like, that's
it's the last match of the entire weekend.
Yeah, I think that's the spot that he wants. He wants the main event. And Paul Heyman, because he loves CM Punk, even though Roman Reigns ain't going to like it, that's still his guy. He's going to look out for him. Listen, man, got to get me in there somehow. Like, they get tucked away into get me. That opens up a lot of different avenues. I think a lot of different scenarios. Like, okay, is Paul Heyman a Roman Reigns guy? Is he CM Punk guy? Now Cody has to face a different obstacle that he wasn't expecting. Damn, now I got to face Roman and CM Punk now. Okay. Roman still gets his title match. Punk gets the main event spot. Cody has a big obstacle to face. I think that makes it very interesting. And then I think Seth Rollins will move on to face Gunther at Mania, because I feel like if they're going to put Punk in that match, we know Rollins lost to Punk on Raw, and I think their feud is going to continue. But for Rollins to kind of separate from Punk, where he can move on to something bigger, where he can focus on like a criteria, I think the world title would be the only thing. Because in my mind, it's like he hates CM Punk so much. What else could kind of distract him a little bit, where he can kind of put that off to focus on something bigger? Oh, the world title is the world title. So he's like, all right, you know what? Punk, I'm going to get back to you. It's going to happen a little bit, but I would definitely want to be the world champion again. Let me focus on being the world champion. And I think they go in that direction. And then
where's that little Cena?
I think, honestly, bro, I think it's going to be Logan Paul, bro. That's what I'm thinking, bro. I think that's going to be the matchup. I feel like it's not bad.
That's a good person to get your win over. That's a good person to win over.
Yeah, his last Mania get a W.
I know that's a match people wouldn't want to see for John Cena's last WrestleMania. I understand why, because it's Logan Paul and they hate Logan Paul. I get it. I get it. But I feel like if they're going to put Cena in the world title picture, I think they're going to take steps to get there because of his resume of not winning matches in the last couple of years. He's still John Cena. He's a legend, but storytelling matters at the end of the day. And he's already kind of acknowledged that so much. I haven't won a match in over 2,000 days. I haven't been able to do this in so long. I think they're going to take steps to when he finally gets a world title match, he'll have some credible wins and he'll start to kind of feel like, you know, a little bit of Super Cena, a little bit, just a little portion of like, oh, maybe Cena can get it done now. Maybe Cena can go out there and get the match, you know? So I think Logan Paul would be the opponent just because it's like the ultimate babyface versus the ultimate bad guy. You know what I mean? Like I could see Logan Paul throwing out Cena in the Rumble and people would just lose their minds. Oh my gosh, like Logan Paul eliminated Cena. The type of heel heat that would give Logan Paul would be just astronomical. You remember how they overreacted when he threw out Seth Rollins in the Royal Rumble like 2 years ago? Can you imagine if he throws out John Cena in the Royal Rumble, knowing that it's his last Rumble ever? And he's this close to getting the main event spot, bro. That would just
someone's gonna jump the barricade.
That would just throw people over the rails. And I think that would be a match at WrestleMania that people don't want to see. But you also got to think at WrestleMania, you don't always get the matches you want to see. Some matches have to be on there for marketing, for brand deals, for sponsor deals, for just global ambassadors, right? And this is one of those matches. Logan Paul has a marketable name outside of social media that's very marketable. So does John Cena. This is an interesting matchup. The match will sell. It's going to make money. And I think Logan Paul honestly could give John Cena one of his best matches that he hasn't had in like some years, bro, if I'm being honest. Like, he's really that good in the ring. Like, John Cena can call the spots. Logan Paul just does the moves. You know what I mean? And I think that's how I see it going. And this is like that. This is a match that John Cena can win. It's not going to affect Logan Paul. You feel me? He's still going to be in a good spot. You feel me? Like, if they want to have Logan Paul win, it'd be even crazier. So, I mean, it can go in different directions. So that's what I kind of see happening.
I'll put that there.
I feel like Logan Paul is so hated in WWE. Not even just WWE, just in the world, just by a lot of people, just based off of what he's done through social media. I feel like this will be like one of those matches where, like, even if you hated John Cena, most people are going to back up John Cena in this match because they don't want to see that guy win. Like, all right, we don't like John Cena, but we can't be that guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want John Cena to be around still, but I don't want Logan Paul winning anything. So it's going to be one of those type of matches. It's going to be like a universal type thing where it's like, the entire world is behind John Cena and against Logan Paul, and it's gonna like be one of those matches where like it puts fear into you. Like, you ever watch those matches where it's like you're so deathly afraid that one guy's gonna lose because you don't want that guy to win, and you just don't know how it's gonna turn out. It's gonna be one of those matches.
Yeah,
that's how I feel like.
That's how I felt the main event of WrestleMania 40. I did not want Roman to win. I truly did not want Roman to win, bro.
Well, that's how I felt the main event of Backlash 2017. God damn it.
That's how I felt at the main event of WrestleMania 39, but I didn't get what I wanted.
Man,
I was cool with either one that time.
That's just what I see happening. But as far as Rock though, bro, I mean, I don't know at this stage, man. I really don't. I don't know.
Backlash 2017.
Gender versus
Gender, Randy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not letting this go, bro.
Oh shit! Bro,
6 months of torture.
That's called a trauma block. That's called a trauma block.
Respect the Maharaja. Okay, respect the Maharaja.
Gender that brain sucked.
Holy shit! That's a trauma.
We don't disrespect Maharaja, bro. We don't do that, bro. We don't do that.
God, ruined SmackDown, bro.
What do you guys think about what he said though about Rock stuff? I gave my 2 cents.
I'm gonna give like a more, I don't know if you want to call it nuanced take, but a different type of take to maybe WWE's approach to wrestling now. Because the world knows it's scripted. The world knows these guys really don't hate each other for the most part.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, like they don't actually like. Yeah, like so the world knows this, right? And they saw it in the opening package. They used babyface and heel and work and shoot and was going through like the history of wrestling. So I think WWE's approaching this more like it's a play. Like one big play, one big theater production. And that's why Triple H comes out at the beginning of every show. Number one, he has a big fucking ego, so he has to do it. But number two, that's what directors do before. I did theater for 4 years in college. Every time, like the opening night, especially like the director would come out, they would explain, blah, 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 this to play, blah, 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 enjoy. They do that every night, right? So that's what Triple H does. He comes out, he goes, welcome to a new era, on Netflix, whatever, right? And I think The Rock coming out was an extension of that. I think that was Dwayne Johnson coming out as like another director, not a director, but like someone who's like, hey guys, this is what we do. Big thanks to all our sponsors. Big thanks to, all the guys and the girls in the back who's working hard. Shout out to our champion, Cody Rhodes. I think that was Dwayne Johnson coming out and like doing that, like welcoming the world. Cause that's a familiar face. If you're trying to like Triple H is good for a wrestling crowd, but then you get the mainstream crowd, like all the celebrities, like Hollywood's there, like people who like, who don't watch wrestling, they know who Dwayne Johnson is. Like, oh, this guy's welcoming us to the show. And he's like, all right, our opening act is Tribal Combat. So Solo came out, Roman came out, that happened. And then you could say that's when the show officially started. That was like act 1, scene 1. Act 1, scene 1, curtains up, let's go. Like the lights went down, curtain went out, lights go up. That was the first thing that you saw. That was the opening of the entire production. So I could see that being for that special show. Not that they're going to do that every week, but that was like what they're doing. And The Rock just kind of came out, did that, and he came back the net like later to like put the Ulafala over Roman. You could say that was the final boss, kind of being like, here you go, and then plotting in his head. And then as far as like the Instagram live stuff, I feel like they're trying to like what happens in the ring, unless like we say it is like in our world. Anything outside of it, like Drew was on there. He was smiling and happy and shit. So like I feel like they're not really counting that towards actual kayfabe at the end of the day. And I feel like even NXT, I feel like that was like, all right, curtains closed. That was the last show, and our not director, but somebody's gonna come out and yap for like 10 minutes or 6 minutes, however long he did. So I think Rock was just kind of there to sell extra tickets and just kind of just kiss the fans' ass and let them know, like, hey, you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for coming. I do think he was a little awesome, but I think that was just him doing that. Curtains closed, and I think we'll resume our regular storyline progression somewhere Rumble, somewhere past Rumble. So yeah,
I hope so. That's why for me the Rumble is like the most interesting thing right now. Like it always is.
Like the official start.
Yeah, I'm super excited for the Rumble always, but I that's going to be very pivotal for this WrestleMania season.
Yeah. I think I would just say like a little bit of what Nargo said, what he did on Raw, kind of put the feeling in my mind that he wasn't doing WrestleMania. Simply due to the fact that even if the promo before everything happened was, kind of out of character, Rock, everything, you know what I'm saying? They still had the chance to at least tease a Roman versus Rock, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like just something between them, and they didn't. On the biggest Raw of all time, in front of all the people, this is a show where new WWE fans are watching. This is a show where old WWE fans are coming in and they're watching this show. They had the chance to tease possibly their biggest match in the past 10 years, and they didn't do it. So to me, it kind of just shows me that that's not a match that they're doing this year. And the interaction between Rock and Cody, that showed me that match is never happening. I'm not going to lie. Like that, there's just a line where there's a line where they, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Where you show the people, two people. You show the people two people on good terms and bad terms. Cody and Rock was on the worst of terms last year. Like the worst of terms. And to show them on these good terms now, that just, it shows the people they're not doing that match. So as for the Cody and Rock match, confirmed they're not doing that to me. As for Rock and Roman, it shows me they're not doing it this year. That's what I got from everything, in my opinion.
I just hope Cody stays out of bloodline business at this point. Sick of it. Cody in the bloodline. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Cody in the bloodline, bro.
3-year story, man.
I'm over it. When Cody and Roman have their third, I want nothing else. I don't want no bullshit. I just want the story to be who the fuck is the better wrestler. That's it.
Facts.
Everyone out the way. I want a clean finish. That's just me, though.
I guess it's my turn. Ask the question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
All right. First of all, JD from NY, you're a fucking bitch. I hate you. So my question is, do you guys see similarities between how Vince booked Sasha and Naomi as tag champs and how Triple H is booking Bianca and Naomi as tag team champs?
Yeah, there are some different avenues, because when Naomi and Sasha weren't champions for too long, because I think they left like maybe a month after they were the champions, if I'm not mistaken, just based off what everything's going on. But a lot of people were comparing like the number one contenders, because they were supposed to be in that number one contenders match on Raw, like a 6-pack or something like that. And then Naomi and Bianca got put into that match on SmackDown. So my issue is, I've always said I don't mind tag champions doing stuff like that, as long as I just want a story of them teasing like a breakup, or like we already know like a breakup or something crazy is gonna happen. Like if you go back and look at the match Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio had at WrestleMania, like when they had the 1-on-1 match, they were still the tag team champions, but that was the starting catalyst of them breaking up as the tag team of their storyline, where it was going to escalate to where it got, you know what I mean? They haven't really done anything like that with the tag titles. Now, when Jay comes back, it'll be interesting because they'll start to kind of plant those seeds, I think, but that doesn't really kind of involve anything for like a number one contenders match or anything. So there are some type of similarities. I don't think they kind of know what to do with the tag titles, a lot, because not even just the women's tag team championships, but the men's too, bro. Like the men's are kind of in the same issue. Like, I don't know. I do kind of look at some similarities, a little similar, yes. Because a big reason I think Sasha and Naomi left the first time was because I don't know, maybe they wanted to be used differently, or maybe they were promised things that weren't obviously coming true or something like that. So I don't know. T.O., what do you think?
I see the similarities, but I think it just goes down to the like those tag titles. Nobody really knows what to do with those. Like that, you don't know what to do with that women's division, that women's tag division, and it's a difficult division to book, kind of, in my opinion, because it's like how many like women's tag teams do we even really have? Honestly, like I just don't. I don't know. It's difficult with that division. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've always felt like that title was not needed.
Yeah.
The women's tag titles have never made sense. There's no actual tag teams, and the ones that you actually have, like actual tag teams, you don't use them. Unholy Union, you don't use them. Katana Chance and
Kaden Carter,
you don't use them.
You don't use them.
Like, what kind of tag team division is this where you're just pulling single stars and throwing them in tag teams and being like, there you go? No, they should have meaning. And I feel like that was what Naomi and Sasha's problem was. That's why they walked out, because they were in some number one contenders match, right, for the Raw Women's title, and they were gonna take an L. Like,
well, I heard that they said that Sasha was supposed to win. Like, she was gonna win that match,
but she was gonna lose to Ronda in the long run.
That still doesn't make sense though. Like, because she's like I'm a tag champion right now. Like, why am I fighting for a singles title?
I would have walked out just from.
That's the second time Ronda.
That's kind of crazy.
That's the second time I did that with Sasha, with the women's tag titles. I did it with
Bayley
and Sasha.
Telling me I'm losing to Ronda, I'm walking out. Man.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Doesn't work for me, brother.
Man, Ronda's first run was good, man.
That's good. First run was good. Yeah.
First run.
Yes, our first run.
She was on the second one.
Good, bro. First one was so good.
That second run, though.
I
think that seems to be Ronda's problem. Like, she never improves in whatever she does. She always gets comfortable, thinks she's like that girl, and she never like strives to get better. Like, she sticks to what brought her to the dance. She never strives to get better.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you.
She was actually good.
Let me ask you that. Why do you think Ronda Rousey's second run wasn't as good as her first one? Because her first run, she had one of the best debut matches.
She didn't care.
It was this, like, I don't even watch UFC. I watched a video on this. It's the same problem she had in UFC. She thought it was the shit, and then she get knocked the fuck out twice. And then but the first time she got knocked out, she came back and she tried to like act like she was still the bitch. Like, no, you got knocked the fuck out. Like, you have to come with a different approach. Like, you just got humbled and you're still approaching. It's like you're number one. Like, you're not. Like, there's somebody who just showed they're better than you. And so you left WWE. It was 3 years. There's women who have improved and have gotten better than you and gotten higher positions than you. And then you're just doing what brought you to the dance. Like, we don't care that you were in UFC. That UFC run was light years ago when you came back in 2022. So that's just not going to carry you. She didn't care. She didn't want to improve. She didn't want to get better. She didn't want to evolve. She just wanted to, whatever the fuck she was doing. She was just champion, and the championship run wasn't good. She had a trash feud with Charlotte. She had a bad feud with Liv Morgan. She never improved. She got comfortable, and she never strived to be better. That's why Ronda Rousey went from a household name to like someone who you just like, oh yeah, I remember her. Like, that's it. That's all Ronda Rousey is oh yeah, I remember. Because she never strived to do better. She never strived to hit that next level when she was put down. When she was humbled, she never acted like she was humbled. That's why she never improved. And that's why no one cares about Ronda Rousey anymore, because she never improved. She never learned from her mistakes. When she was humbled, she never strived to get better and learn from that. She always thought that she was that girl when she wasn't. When she got knocked out twice, she wasn't. When her second WWE run wasn't working. She's not that girl. She's not that girl anymore. And that's why she's not doing that.
It was bad off rip because her body language, even when she came out for the Rumble, her body language was terrible. The next night when she was cutting her promo with Becky, her body language was fucking terrible. It's like she was like, why am I here? It's like, I'm asking the same question. If you don't care, why the fuck should I? Go home. Sasha Banks should have won that Royal Rumble, bro. Fuck that.
It was her body language. It was her in-ring ability. It was just the promo work. She didn't make it easy on her. She didn't make it easy on her. The promos, it got worse.
She took it so personal when she was getting booed. She was taking it so personal when she was getting booed in her first run. I'm like, you're going up against the most popular wrestler in the company. What the fuck did you expect?
I think also to attest to that, I think a big part of the reason to me her second run wasn't as good. I don't think she fully understood what the wrestling business was about. I don't think she understood why am I getting booed when I come in and she put UFC on the map as far as women's MMA wouldn't be a thing without Ronda Rousey. Let's just get that out of the way. Like she made that the marquee. Like she's the reason that UFC even has women's fighters because Dana White didn't want to do it at first, but she helped put it on the mat and she was a household name. When she came to WWE, maybe she thought intentionally that she was going to be beloved for that because of what she did to women's sports, but she didn't realize that coming into WWE, she was going to be looked at as an outsider because she came from UFC and she's going to take other people's spots that other people are going to want and that the fans feel like they, are deserving of. Obviously, her first one was really good because I think she was putting in the time and I think she was still understanding and evolving and she was progressing because they had big plans for her. But I also think that she wasn't prepared for what the backstage politics can be like and how WWE works as a machine. Like things can always change. You could be told one thing and then 2 minutes before you go out there, it could change like that, bro. Like that's just how the system works, and I think she also wasn't prepared for that because she spoke with that. Nope. She spoke about that of why she didn't like Vince, which is understandable. A lot of people don't like Vince and everything because, for many reasons. So that's understandable. But I think during her second run, she just lacked a lot of effort. I think she just lacked a lot of passion for it. I think she has an idea of what she envisions wrestling being like and what she feels like it should be. But I think she just doesn't fully grasp that it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. You know what I mean? It's not going to always be what you think it should be. You're not going to always get the things that you want to get. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to eat shit and kind of go out there and make the best of it. And that's what makes some of the best wrestlers, being able to take certain things and make it good somehow. You know what I mean? That's a testament to how your skill can be in some way. You know what I mean? Nice. So yeah, I feel like, eventually, like I could see her thriving in AEW, honestly, because she would have the creative freedom to do the things that she feels like she could do. You know what I mean? As long as she can put on good matches and just be presentable, I don't even think it would even matter if she can cut good promos. You can even look at Ricochet right now. Ricochet's already more interesting to me now than he's ever been, just based off what just one thing that he did. You know what I mean? He ain't got to talk no more. All you got to do is just beat people up and be vicious. You know what I mean? So I think she could thrive a lot more in that perspective and environment. But I just think her second run, she just lacked passion. I think she lacked a lot of passion and she just lacked the ability to want to evolve and want to do certain things. You know what I mean? Like her first run was so good. Like her debut match blew everybody out of the water.
Yes.
Debut match probably ever.
That was
like when I saw the debut match.
My favorite matches that year.
When I saw that debut match, I'm like, oh yeah, they got a star. She gonna
match of the night, bro.
She gonna cook. And then she gave Nia Jax 2 of her best matches.
That triple threat.
I'm like, she can work with Nia Jax too. Like this is crazy. Like and this is back when Nia Jax was having the term hurting people too. So I'm like, nah, she can work with Nia Jax. Then
her and Charlotte was fantastic too, bro.
Survivor Series,
that was so good.
Yeah, Survivor Series, yes.
Dr. Banks. The only thing that really hurts around that time is that they didn't give us the Becky Lynch match at its peak, at its core. Like if they still did it now, it would still be big, but it would have hit way harder at that time frame. Like when Ronda was the number one hated heel in the women's division, Becky Lynch was the number one beloved and hotter than ever. That was the perfect main event right there. They had it right there.
They were building it for months on social media, like fans. That's all they want, bro. It was so easy. Becky, Ronda, Charlotte, Asuka 2. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It was really that simple. And they decided
they had it right there, bro.
Charlotte Flair.
When they had that promo segment, when Becky declared that she was going to face Ronda and everything, and then Ronda Rousey came back and she was all vicious and got in her face, I'm like, oh, this is great.
That was one of the best segments that year.
This was good. And Ronda was cutting good promos into. I'm like, bro, this is going to be good. This is money. They had to throw Charlotte in there. I'm like, oh, my God.
Charlotte still one of the most disliked videos.
When I heard that Vince music, I was like,
I was like, something stupid is gonna happen.
I shed a tear, bro. I shed a tear of pain. I'm like, please, just don't.
He shed a tear of pain.
Just don't do that.
I shed a tear of pain. That's crazy.
We don't need this, Vince. Just don't do it, bro. And when he said,
I mean, it made sense. But
Charlotte Flair, I said,
it was so stupid.
They did it. They messed it up. They messed it up, bro. And even honestly, they also could have did it at 38 too. Because when Ronda won the Rumble and Becky was champion, but then Bianca had to get that win back over Becky after she got squashed. You know what I mean? So it's like, if they had did that match, it's like, Well, they won't be.
They could have did it at 39. To be honest, they could have did that at WrestleMania 39.
Oh yeah, because Becky was in the tag match and Ronda was in the tag match. Yeah. What were the 2 title matches? It was Bianca and Asuka.
And Charlotte and Rhea.
That didn't even need a title. That didn't even have to involve a championship in that. That could have just been strictly off the pass. Like, bitch, I was gonna beat your ass, 3 or plus years ago. Now let's run this shit now.
And you ducked me. Yeah. That could have gave her some fire, bro.
Yo, y'all remember how they
I'm not gonna lie.
Ronda's
Becky would have cooked her up though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Becky would have cooked her.
I would have loved it. We all would have loved it.
Becky would have cooked her in the promo battle at that time. Yeah, for sure.
Belt to ass.
For sure.
Belt to ass. But like, remember when they made her, made Ronda go out there and just blatantly call wrestling fake for no reason?
That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. That was such a dumb. Bro, they put her in I think a beat the clock challenge, and then she was out there cutting a promo like, yeah, I'm doing one of your stupid little gimmick matches. I'm like, why? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, she was not in it, bro. She was tapped out.
She was supposed to be a face at that time too, right?
They tried to.
The fans turned her heel, basically.
Yeah, when they first brought her in, they made her a face a little bit, but it wasn't gonna take too long for the fans.
No more Mrs. Nice Bitch.
But she was cooking. She was cooking in the promos, bro. When she cooked Nikki Bella, but the John Cena line, man, she was going crazy at that time.
That was funny. Yeah, that was funny.
She was, and her punchlines were hitting too. Like she was selling and like she was doing really good, bro. And then she came back and just like.
She couldn't take the hate from the fans. You
can't just lack the effort if you don't want to be in it, man. Like. Any time you see wrestlers not caring, it just shows, bro. It's the reason that Goldberg and Lesnar was one of the worst matches ever.
Oh God,
they didn't care. Bro. They were out, bro. They were gone, bro. Like they were leaving, and the fans knew they were leaving. The fans didn't care because they didn't care. Like, bro,
they triggered Austin, bro.
Trigger warning on that.
Austin was the most popular, bro.
They didn't care, bro. Now, even if you still don't care, you still go out and put effort into it. The fans can at least appreciate it. Like, okay, we appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We know you don't want to be there, but at least we know you were trying. Like, look at CM Punk before he had left. Nobody could have. I didn't know that he was mad at that time. You know what I'm saying? I would have never guessed that he was upset. You feel
me? Put on the classic with Joe.
The stuff he's doing Lesnar and all that, bro. He was putting on bangers all year. Undertaker, Lesnar, John Cena on Raw. And feel me? Like
2013, he was in his
2013, Jericho at Payback, bro. Like 2013 might have been one of his most miserable years just in life. Nobody would ever guess.
You can kind of see his health was like declining a little bit, and like
when you look back now
too.
No, but even looking back, I didn't know. Like I would have never.
You didn't know how he felt, yeah.
Yeah, I would have never.
Ronda, it was very evident.
Like he didn't made it known, and then you hear all the stories. You're like, damn, Punk was going through that. Like it's crazy. Like you'd have never.
The man almost died, man.
No, facts, bro. He was going through it, but he still put in the effort, bro. Go ahead, Teal. What you want to ask, man? What you want to ask?
Let's see. What do we do about the? Well, this isn't this. Okay, this is just wrestling, period. But what's up with Ricochet, man? What do we do about the Ricochet situation, man? Like just. It's
I don't like
but the thing is though, if we go that route, then like if we do that, then like kind of what was the point of him leaving WWE in the first place? Because like that was probably his main reason that he wasn't over in WWE, and it might be his main reason that he's not gonna get over in AEW also. Because like especially with AEW in a place where everybody is a very athletic and uber talented wrestler, so you kind of have nothing to set you apart from everybody else. Character work is probably the only thing that sets you apart in AEW, pretty much, because everybody just uber talented wrestlers. So if Ricochet can't do that in AEW, he's cooked, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It might be, I don't know. He might be a mid-card guy in AEW also, which would be crazy.
Well, what you do with a Ricochet situation is you do what they've been doing, and you turn him heel. Mm-hmm. You have him stab Swerve with scissors, make him bleed, make him go crazy. You have him play Swerve's entrance and then remix it to say, I don't know what he says, like, I got you, bitch, or whatever, and laugh. So they're doing a good job. Like, as long as they keep that shit up, they're good. Like, I think Ricochet is in good standing, especially if he joins the Hurt Syndicate. I think he'll be fine. I think they found something for him. Like, he's embracing being, like, hated. I think they're doing a good job with it, and I hope they can keep up because AEW has a tendency to do things like it starts off really good, and then like in a month it's like the Death Riders. So like at first I was like, holy shit, this is really good, but then like after like a couple months, like it just fell off, and they did the same thing with the Elite when Okada and Jungle Boy joined the Elite. It was great. I was like, oh my god, this is great. Like I was talking to someone at the gas station. I was hyping up the angle. I'm like, bro, this is like this like it kind of reminds me of like the NWO. Like they're about to cook because I'm like they can cook because the Young Bucks as heels, Okada as a heel. Oh my God, Jack Perry is there. But I was like, this is going to be good. And like after a couple months, it like fell off, and it was just like, all right, well, and then they left, and now. So if they can keep the momentum, if they can actually like keep pushing with Ricochet's character and actually like have him do good things and stick him in the Hurt Syndicate, which is really good right now, like it's really good. If they can keep that momentum and they can keep like things going with them and actually like make him a good character and like put him around these other good characters and have him had good matches, like they can do something with Ricochet. But if in 3 months we're sitting here and we're like talking about, man, AEW dropped the ball again with Ricochet. Ricochet was better off in WWE. Then we have a problem. I don't have a lot of faith in Tony Khan, but if they're going to stick him with Bobby Lashley, I have a lot more faith with MVP because I have a feeling that MVP is really hands-on in the creative process of everything going on in the Hurt Syndicate. So if they can put him with the Hurt Syndicate, I think MVP is going to make sure that shit goes over because Hurt business is great till Vince ruined it. But now they're doing great again, and I think MVP has a lot more creative freedom. And if it stays that way, I really think this could be like one of AEW's best acts when we look back, 3 years, or 3 years, like 3 months from now.
Like a Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns situation back when Paul was like.
So I'm saying, yeah. Obviously, it's not going to be that big, but I definitely see like. Who knows? Maybe Bobby Lashley's the one to stop, take it off Jon Moxley. Who knows? Because at this point, I really don't care. Because Darby Allin is out to Mount Everest. So who knows when he's going to be back? And I hope he makes it back. But who knows if he's going to be like this? This guy's fucking insane. Like this man's going to climb it with a broken foot till he got hit by a bus. Like that's how crazy this man is. We don't have to go on that, but. At this point, I don't care if it's Bobby Lashley who takes that title off him. They need something. They need something. Like the Undisputed Kingdom is not connecting with the audience, even though I think that's the best thing for any of those guys to do right now because they ain't doing shit. They ain't doing shit besides that. So it's probably the best thing for them to do right now. But let's just hope this Hurt Syndicate stuff and Ricochet can be like something good that lasts at least a year before it starts to fall off a cliff.
I also have one more. I don't know who Cody Rhodes fights at WrestleMania. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that is a tricky situation. People at first were talking about Cody and Cena. That is a horrible situation for Cody Rhodes. Remember months ago when I was talking to y'all, I was like, nobody's gonna get Cody booed. Like y'all talking about Randy Orton getting Cody booed. Nobody's gonna get Cody booed. John Cena in his last year at WWE trying to get number 17. That's gonna be the thing to do it. So you don't put Cody in that situation. I don't think people are too high on Roman versus Cody right now as a trilogy, and The Rock and Cody is not happening as we've seen from Raw, Netflix. So like, the only thing I see is like Narco is saying maybe a multi-man match, or maybe just maybe we somehow get Cody and CM Punk because that's the way you can do like I feel like they want Cody to keep the title coming out of Mania, right? And you put Cody in the main event of Mania. You also put CM Punk in the main event of Mania. So it's kind of two birds with one stone. You get Cody Rhodes a WrestleMania opponent that people want to see, and you get CM Punk his WrestleMania main event without having to take the belt off of Cody Rhodes. That's one of the things I see they can do. Other than that, it's probably just going to be a multi-man match. Not going to
lie. I'm still sticking with Cody versus CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. That's what I'm feeling now. I don't think the Randy Orton situation is going to happen at Mania. I think Randy Orton's going to be in a feud with Kevin Owens for WrestleMania. The Cena match could happen. Yes, that could be a possibility. I don't even know necessarily if I could see Cody getting booed at this stage, honestly. I mean, obviously the fans, I think, would side more with Cena because he's retiring and he is more of the nostalgia feel than Cody Rhodes is for many people. But I still feel like Cody has a strong fan base and he's so beloved by many people. I don't think they'll turn on him for Cena. I think they'll probably be torn, but I think they'll kind of
feel like right in the middle.
Be in a good position where Cody's still good, but it makes it interesting. I don't know. I don't know what direction Cody Rhodes goes in either, honestly. I'm going to stick with Cody versus Roman versus Punk. That's just what I'm thinking. Personally, me. That's kind of what I'm feeling. To ask the next thing I want to ask, do you guys feel like Seth Rollins is overshadowed as a legend? Doesn't get his respect enough? Because nobody ever really puts Seth in top 10s, conversations. But if you look at his body of work, I mean, his resume, he's got the accomplishments, he has the match quality, he's got the character development. I mean, he's got everything you could ask for as a wrestler. He's been one of the very few people also that survived WWE at its worst times in like the Brock Roman era when they were getting pushed forcefully, and Seth was one of the people that still excelled in that era, whether it was in the mid card with the IC title or doing whatever. Like, he's been able to be very consistent throughout his run since being in the Shield until now with match quality, character work. He's been one of their top stars. He's always felt important to the product. Like, Seth has always been in that higher echelon, but he's never somebody you see being in like top 10 conversations or like GOAT conversations or like somebody that people are putting like in those higher echelons. Do you guys feel like Seth doesn't get the credit he deserves more, or do you feel like he's perfectly ranked among the greats?
Well, I've kind of started the conversation like in the past few months that if we are putting Roman Reigns in that like top 10 or top 5 realm, we better be ready to put Seth Rollins at least like at least a couple spots or a few spots not far behind Roman, because like in Roman's what is it, 10 plus year career, he has had a like good amount of years where it's like, Seth really hasn't had that. Seth only had like one bad year. In all of the other years, he was doing exceptional work, and he is one of WWE's biggest stars now. And I would say one of the biggest stars of the past 10 years. So I don't see why Seth wouldn't be. I think he could enter those top 10 talks in like the next like 2 or 3 years. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he should.
He checks off every box that you need from a legend. Talent-wise, accomplishment-wise, moment-wise. He is legitimately like, he's been WWE's most reliable guy for a decade. He's this generation Shawn Michaels. He can not win a world title. He can lose a bunch and still be one of the most important people on the roster. That's what Shawn Michaels was in the 2000s. He lost a lot. He won a world title for a month. He was still one of the most important people on the roster. Seth, I don't know what it is with Seth for some people. He literally checks off every box. With any bit of criteria you can give Seth outside of being the face of the company, he checks it all off.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, you said it. I think he checks off every box. He's a great worker. He's a great promo. His character evolution has been great. Like, he's had more good characters than bad. I can only name really one bad Seth Rollins character, and that was like after he beat Brock Lesnar. But then he turned that around so quick to become the Monday Night Messiah, and then he turned that into the Visionary. So I don't think Seth, outside of one time, for like honestly a few 6 months, has had a bad character. Seth has always had character work has always been good. His promos, in-ring work, his accomplishments. He's main evented WrestleMania. He has one of the greatest Money in the Bank, if not the greatest Money in the Bank cash-in of all time. He checks off every box: moments, matches, longevity, championship wins, stories. Like, he's been in the ring with the best of them. He's been in the ring with The Undertaker. He's been in the ring with Triple H. He's been in the ring with The Rock. He's been in the ring with John Cena. He's been in the ring with Roman Reigns. He's been in the ring with some of the all-time greats. And all those matches, aside from Triple H one, have been good. I think he's already top 10. I think we should be putting Seth Rollins in our top 10, to be honest. And a couple weeks ago, I put him, he's part of my 10 wrestlers I would put before Triple H. Because I think, again, he has more matches. I think the matches is what puts him ahead. I think the promos are kind of even in the in-ring psychology Triple H has. But I think it's time to put Seth Rollins top 10. He's, again, super reliable. He's literally the cornerstone of the WWE right now.
Top 10. He's in my top 15. He's in my top 15.
I think top 10 is fair.
That goes to the
number 10 is fair.
Why not top 10?
So Mo, like, if he's top 15, where would you put Roman?
9, 10.
I think that's too far. I think
Roman's like 7, 6.
I'd probably put Seth
But I think
14,
see, for me,
13.
I think, if I'm being honest, I think Roman has just eclipsed Seth Rollins at this stage, and
absolutely.
It really has to do with this last run. Like, this last run has just pushed him so far up for me. Like, the title reign, the storytelling, the matches he's provided, the main events, the moments, like the last run has just put him so high up. Like before, the conversation was always about Seth Roman, who's better between the two, when Roman was big dog, right? And Roman had some bad booking years, but Roman still felt like a main event guy. Like he was still one of the top guys. But everybody at that time always had felt maybe Seth should be the guy because he was doing better work. People had felt Seth was better. You know, they always just felt like Roman got the spot that Seth should have been in. But I think the last 5 years, Roman Reigns has just proved why he's always just been the guy, and he always could have been at this level if WWE had turned him heel years ago and let him kind of do his own thing instead of just trying to force him to be like another John Cena. Roman Reigns with this last run has just, he's put himself up so high. It's just, Seth Rollins has just never had a peak like this. You know what I mean? Throughout his run, like he's just never been at this level. Like most people haven't. You feel me? And that's what makes it crazy because Roman also, I think, has moved up so further because the way he's been able to evolve. With Roman Reigns' booking and how he was structured and how he was looked at, nobody could have ever predicted that he would have had this type of evolvement and run that he was able to go on. You know what I mean? Like nobody saw it coming, bro. Like nobody saw it coming. So I feel like Roman and Seth are just, to me, they're not close anymore as far as the conversation. Me personally, I just feel like
we're talking all time.
Yeah, I feel like his run is just like Roman Reigns. By the time it's all said and done, like when it's all over with, he literally could be pushing like top 5 Mount Rushmore, like legitimately when it's all over for his career. Seth Rollins, I don't think he's going to be in that criteria. I don't think
I'll never put him in the GOAT conversation. I'll say that. I'm never.
But you don't know though. His career ain't over with.
Top five is kind of. But I think he's on
maybe
the
Roman,
5 though.
Maybe 5.
Roman top 5. Roman top 5
at 5.
I'm saying like when he's officially retired, like he's never wrestling again. He legitimately could be in that top 5, bro.
Yeah, but what I don't.
No, he'll definitely be top 5.
I could see that, but I don't see what he would. Because he's already on this part-time schedule. I don't see what other how many big more feuds, of these big matches or feuds he has left. Like
there's you never know. There's Seth, there's Cody, and
Bloodline story continues to evolve. They always keep adding.
Honestly, bro, like we've been saying that with the Bloodline. Like, oh, how does it get better? How do they get back from this? Oh, this sucks. Oh, this is like it's a dead point. But then they keep coming back once again with some other stuff. So like when you think Roman has done everything he can. There goes another feud. I mean, there's still a lot of people he can feud with. You got to think NXT too. Like, there's still guys at NXT. You never know who can be the most popular guy in the next 3 years. Any popular guy you get, automatically stick him in Roman. Not automatically, but that's automatically a dream match for Roman.
Roman and
say Oba, this is Oba for example, like Oba Femi, like in like 3 years, like that's going to be a match WWE's like looking at like, yeah, we're about to do that. That's going to be our main event of WrestleMania, our main event of night 2 of SummerSlam or something. So. I think as long as WWE continues to have like these hot superstars and like these guys, and plus like Bloodline's had so many trickle down effects. There's probably trickle down effects that we don't even know of right now. There could be some shit that's been going on in the background. It's in kayfabe with someone, and they come out like 2 years later, and like everything that they've been through is a ripple effect of the fucking Bloodline. You never know. It's like the snap. Like you don't know how many lives and how many careers have been affected by the story. So somebody might be plotting on Roman right now. Be like, I'm looking for you. I'm coming for you in the next couple years because you did this and that. So, but as far as him being above top 5, I don't see him being Mount Rushmore.
I'm not putting him past 5.
Mount Rushmore's kind of crazy. I think he can move to 5, but I don't know about Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is kind of that big dog stuff. Kind of disqualifies.
Yeah, you got to take that.
And I think the problem with people when it comes to the
but I feel like his good it just outleaps the big dog stuff for me at this point.
But
it's enough to put him at top 5. It's enough to put him at top 5. That's the thing.
I think the big dog, the tribal chief stuff. Yes, it outweighs the bad, but it can't erase it.
No, it can't erase it, but you can make that argument for
and it was a main event. It was a main event gimmick, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It was, but I feel like you can make that argument for a lot of people because, even though John Cena was still John Cena at the end of the day, he had a lot of insufferable years for a lot of people, depending on who you ask. But
he never was dumped on with Dolph.
But I feel like those years.
Yeah, but he lost to John Laurinaitis. So I mean,
that made me quit.
With Cena,
he was losing matches to John Laurinaitis too. So I mean,
not at WrestleMania. He didn't have back-to-back stingers at WrestleMania.
Yeah, those main events.
No, he didn't have back-to-back, but he had some bad ones though. I mean, he had
Miz. Yeah, he did. The Miz, the second Rock one. But they weren't back to back. Like he had the once in a lifetime in between. And like what he do before his what other main event did he main event? 23? Great. 22? 2? Good match. Really good match. So I think his main events definitely are better than Roman's. Like even in his insufferable years.
Sure. Yeah. I would take his over the big dogs for sure.
Roman got 3 bottom 10.
Roman only really had one good big dog main event. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm just saying, in those years, all the years that John Cena was still the guy, like all those years weren't good years. You know what I'm saying? Bologna, fudge, and mustard. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff.
No, it's terrible.
A lot of people tuned off because of John Cena. You know what I mean? Like they stopped watching because of him. There's still a lot of people who did watch because of John Cena, but there were people who gave up because of what John Cena was doing to wrestling. So all his years weren't high key anyway. Like even though Cena had already reached that level where he was Cena and we were kids, and of course, all those years aren't too perfect either. So I'm just saying, like,
but even kids hated Roman Reigns though. That's the argument.
Yeah, like we're talking about like
even kids hated Roman Reigns.
My problem with Roman's GOAT case is that a lot of people, when they try to put Roman in that conversation, they try to erase shit. For everyone else, we just take everyone's career as it is. With Cena, we criticize those bad years. With Taker, we criticize the bad years. Austin don't really have too many bad years, but
we take
it all for what it is. Yeah, we take it all for what it is. With Roman, people try to cut off a whole 6-year period, and you can't do that. I don't think I'm not saying Malik's doing that.
Such a big. If it was mid-card stuff, I'd be more forgiving. Yeah, like Rocky Maivia. Yeah. Rocky Maivia was not. I said this before. He was not main eventing WrestleMania against Bret Hart. Like he wasn't facing Shawn Michaels in the main event of WrestleMania. Like he was in the mid-card, and then he turned into The Rock, and then they pushed him to the moon. So like, Big Dog Roman was a main event level gimmick that was really bad, and they forced him down our throat. Cena was already solidified. That's also the thing about the PG era scene. He was already solidified as a guy. He was not going anywhere. It was just him, just the cartoonish ways of the era that forced him to be what he was. But he was still having good matches. I've said it before on the podcast as well. John Cena has had at least one match of the year contender since 2006. Cannot really. I don't really know if you could say that in the Big Dog era. If Roman's really had like that many good matches, even if he's had match of the year every year, I can guarantee you Cena from 2006 to 2017 has had more match of the year contenders than Roman Reigns in that time. Even when he became insufferable to the audience, and also he could cut promos, even though they were cringy as shit at times. He could still cut promos.
No, that's true.
The thing is too with Cena. Whether you liked him or whether you hated him, you watched him.
Exactly.
You wanted to know what he was going to do. With Roman, people were like, I don't give a fuck. Go away. Go away.
Go away, Heat. Go away, Heat.
It was go away, Heat.
It was damn near go away.
From at least 2016 to 2019 or 2018. That was go away, Heat. And 2018 was the peak of it. That was bad.
Terrible.
That was really bad. That is the lowest that a GOAT potential person ever got. 2018 was
which is crazy.
I think more so too. I mean, because Cena had go away Heat too. It just depends on how you ask, honestly.
That's true.
It just depends on who you ask and who was watching. Because the older audience, of course, you come from the Attitude Era, and then you see Cena out there, talking about bologna, fudge, and mustard and stuff. You're like, all right, what is this, bro? Like, what are we doing here? It just depends on who you're asking and what the criteria was. I think honestly, Roman Reigns' detriment, honestly, was because of John Cena, though. Like, WWE just wanted to make him what John Cena was. I think that was a big detriment to what John Cena was for wrestling. And then Vince McMahon having the idea of trying to make Roman Reigns the next babyface that John Cena was. And I believe that was a detriment to Roman. Like, they never let Roman be him until the Tribal Chief stuff. Like, they never let him just kind of be his own thing until the Tribal Chief gimmick took off. So all those years, yes, the Big Dog years were bad years, but Roman Reigns wasn't really a prodigy of those bad years. I would say maybe for like 16 and up, because 2015 he was still trying to figure out himself. I think in that time frame of trying to figure out like what this was, how to get to that level, and then 2016 I think he was still trying to get there. 2017 it kind of felt like he was ready for something different, like a heel turn after WrestleMania and stuff, but they didn't want to give it to him and everything like that. So I just feel like he was having to try to catch up and be something that he wasn't what he really needed to be and what WWE was trying to make him as because of what somebody else was before him. Like once Cena was stepping away, they wanted him to fill those shoes and they wanted him to be in that place, but they wanted him to basically pick up the ball where John Cena left off and do everything that John Cena was doing. And that just wasn't never going to work for him. That wasn't going to work for what Roman Reigns needed to be. And it's shown that over the last couple years with him doing his stuff as the tribal chief, because now that he's tribal chief, all of us have sat back and be like, damn, bro, like we could have got this some years ago, man. Like, well, how come they didn't let him do this back in 2017 after he beat Undertaker at WrestleMania or something like that? Like, how come they took so long to finally pull the trigger to let him kind of do what he's been doing now instead of doing it years and years ago when he could have excelled at this level years ago? If Roman Reigns had turned heel like this years ago and we've had this consistent story,
we'd be having different combos.
Man, what? Yep. Like, we've already got great stuff the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have added another 2-3 years onto that. You know what I mean? Just based off that alone. But I do think when it's all said and done, he could legitimately be in those Mount Rushmore conversations just based off that alone, because we don't even know what the next couple of years are going to be like. We don't know how long he's going to stick around. But just based off what he's done, they've been able to do things and balance the storyline where it's gotten good and bad, but they've always managed to bring it back up and revive it, and they continue to give us big moments time and time again when you think there's something left. Like Tio said, like, what more can you do? We've all felt that. I don't know where you go from here, man. I don't know where you get. They always
but
do it, man.
But this time it's really tough for me to even like try to believe or fathom that, because it seems like they've closed off every avenue, especially with Roman Reigns. We're getting his Ulufala back. Where do you go from there? Like,
Roman Rock is the only.
That's why he's in the Royal Rumble. I mean, we know The Rock is the next big. That's the next big.
That's the conclusion. That should be the
end. That's
end
game to me. That's it.
That's the next big
game of Roman's chapter of the book.
Roman's chapter, at least, probably.
Yeah, that shit gonna keep going.
But then you still got other people coming up. You still got the Jacob Fatus. You still got the Zilla Fatus. You still got other people coming up that aren't there in the future. You feel me? Like that are the big parts.
We don't know.
We got to think about the thing. We got to think about is like, how long does Roman like? What more does Roman want to do? Like outside of the big matches that we named, Cody Roman 3, his potential match with Seth, and obviously the Rock match.
I mean, the big matches that you have, Cody Roman 3,
Jacob maybe.
Cody Roman 3, you have The Rock. Those are the two big matches of like right now that you can see. CM Punk is another one. Seth Rollins. I mean, those are the big ones, but you just never really know. I mean, but to go backtrack on the Seth Rollins stuff, I mean, well, you said you have him top 15. Okay, that's what I wanted to go back to earlier. Like, why is Seth not mentioned in top 10s more? Like,
who do you have?
He can be in the He can be in the conversation. I just don't have him.
Okay. Who do you have above Seth? Let's go this route, and everybody can answer at once. What superstars do you think have had better careers than Seth Rollins in WWE, and who you would put above him? Right. So we'll start with Hulk Hogan. Realistically, you putting him over Hulk Hogan?
Absolutely. No matter. Yes.
Not absolutely. Even a question.
Fuck him, but yes.
Yeah.
So you're putting Seth over Hulk Hogan or Hulk Hogan over Seth?
Oh, Hulk Hogan
over Seth.
Yeah, Hogan over Seth.
No comment. My spirit.
Tio's like, nope.
No comment.
So you got Hulk Hogan over Seth Rollins all time, right? Yeah. What about Shawn Michaels?
Yeah.
Not even thinking twice.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels over Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Bret Hart.
Yes.
Yes, to me, yes.
Over Seth?
Bret Hart over Seth?
Barely, but yes.
Nah.
Ooh, that's hard. That's
hard. It's close. It's close, but yes.
That's really hard. No.
My thing is, I don't think people understand this. And I'm going to sound like the Bret caper that people paint me out to be. But the fact that Bret, every single time that shit was going wrong and they gave the belt back to him, at least in the main event scene, everything was okay. Every single time. Every single time when shit was going wrong. And the amount of feuds, moments, the people he's elevated, yeah, Bret got it. I'm sorry.
Good point. Okay, Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Triple H.
Yes.
No.
Nate.
That is crazy.
Put him up, gang.
Put
him up, gang.
No.
You're not putting Triple H.
I'm putting Seth's character. I already said in ring, Seth got it. Psychology, Triple H got it. Microphone, they're about the same. One thing that edges it out is character work. I think Seth's had better character work. He's evolved more, and his characters have been more interesting. I'm putting Seth over Triple H. Triple H is top 15. Like, he's like 11. I'm not not Jade. I'm not going to put 29 other guys over Triple H, but he's 11. He can be a smooth 11. I'm not going to put Andre Bruno over Triple H.
I'm not listening to Andre.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I respect the shit.
Triple H is a cool 11. He can be a cool 11.
Cool 11. No,
I'm not.
Triple H outside of the top 10s. That's a take. Not gonna lie.
That's a take.
Randy Orton.
Yes.
Over Seth, yes. Right now, yes.
Edge.
Yes.
Over Seth?
Ooh, that's
barely.
Close.
Yes.
That's close.
That 11-year gap.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's
kind of.
But he did so much in that 13.
He did
so much in that 13. He didn't need to. He didn't need to do much more.
I think Seth was positioned higher then if you compare it by eras, in Edge's era, he was positioned high, but I think Seth in his era was positioned higher than when Edge was in his era. Even though Seth had to compete with Brock and Roman, he was still number 3, number 4.
Edge was the number 1 heel in the company.
Because all I know, it took a long time to get in that WrestleMania main event. Well, I saw Edge main event.
Edge main event.
Wait. Number 1 heel in the what year? What year is that?
06 to 09.
That was Edge's era.
I'm gonna give you.
He was the
biggest. Up until Randy.
I don't know about 07. Randy Orton was like that. I don't even know if I give you
in 07.
I'm not gonna lie.
07. That was Edge.
No, Edge was
what I'm thinking about. What I'm thinking about
WWE from 06 to 08 for sure.
08. So what I'm thinking about positioning, I'm thinking more like, okay, I see definitely Cena, definitely Taker, and definitely Batista were over Edge for sure. Oh, yeah. Like those are the guys above Edge. When I think of Seth's time, the only guys who were really above Seth for multiple years were Roman and Brock. Becky for like a year was over Seth. There weren't many guys above Seth besides Roman and Brock. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Even in that time frame, though, you could look at a lot of years where Edge had a lot of main events and pay-per-views. He had a lot of big moments.
Top to everybody.
I said he made event of WrestleMania against Undertaker. Feel me? Like they made event like of WrestleMania.
That's true.
So I mean, Edge was still important at that time frame. You know, Money in the Bank, first ever to win it.
I think we can put Edge above him for now. I think Seth will surpass Edge in the next few years. I think if he keeps going, but if he kind of slows down, maybe we'll see.
Seth is becoming like a true, like I wouldn't say mega star, but a true top tippy, a top star. And I just don't know if I could see where you could say that about Edge whenever he was. The
thing with Edge, though, everyone hated that man for
like Seth just main evented the biggest episode of Monday Night Raw against CM Punk. Like the amount of star power Seth is becoming is kind of getting crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Especially with his main event last year with Rock.
People know Edge outside of wrestling.
They know how many people know. Of course, but like
I feel like Edge is at that level though. You gotta look at the era he was in, the people he was working with. Though. Like he worked with all the top guys. Like every top guy you can think of.
In a bad era.
Of course, but there was always like 3 or 4 guys over him though. Like you could say that there was like 3 or 4 people over Edge. Like
it's worse for Brett.
Yeah, I mean, as far as where they position him too, but I feel like
in a terrible era, bro.
Yeah, he still had Taker, Shawn, Diesel.
Yeah, and fucking Duke the Dumpster.
Relax. You just went to the bottom of the card. Razor's right there. You said, nah, move. Duke.
All right, so hold on. So to recap, you guys said Hogan over Edge. I mean Hogan over Seth. You said Austin. You said Rock. You said Orton.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. One person said no to Triple H. And then you guys said yes to Edge, right?
I said yes. Yeah.
Stalemate. That's the far as I'm willing to go.
They're the same tier to me.
Okay, what about Kurt
Angle? To be honest,
yeah.
WWE wise.
WWE, no,
not WWE wise.
Wrestling wise, clear, but
okay, what about Chris Jericho?
No.
Non-WWE. No. If you're talking all time, yes, I put Chris Jericho over Seth all time. But if you're talking just purely in the premise of WWE, no.
Like the whole thing we were talking about with Edge and the way he was positioned, Jericho had that worse. Like that.
Yeah, it was worse for Jericho for sure.
Yeah.
Jericho was the third most important person in his.
Okay, so John Cena.
Obviously.
Yes.
Undertaker.
Yes.
Roman Reigns.
Yes.
Right now, yes. And probably always, yes.
CM Punk.
No.
That 7-year gap, bro. These gaps, man. These gaps.
Yeah, and
talk to me in 2 years. Yeah,
if Punk does a lot of shit in these next couple years, I ain't gonna lie.
Because Punk still hasn't made event.
Punk is low key. I'm not gonna lie.
He's gonna climb the list. Yeah, he's gonna climb all the time.
Oh yeah.
All right. What about AJ Styles?
No.
Non-WWE.
That's one of my favorite.
All time, yes, but non-WWE.
Daniel Bryan?
No.
So
all time, yes, but WWE, no.
So I mean, those are a lot of the top names right there you can think of. So I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's looking like Seth is top 11, top 12.
I got one you didn't say. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
yes. I think Brock Lesnar's top 10. Like that man's accomplishments are fucking insane. I think he's top 10.
You can argue it, yeah.
Fuck him. Don't come back, but I do think he's top 10.
Don't come back.
Please don't come back. Please don't come back. My God, please don't.
He only got like what?
Make sure you put that in the clip. Please don't come back. Please.
He got what? 2 more matches
in the games.
Oh, yeah, you good, gang. You good. Go hunt your deers.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Seth might not be. I don't know, man. He might not be top 10. He might not be top 10. You look at all the people.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't see top 10, but like close to top 10.
Is it possible?
But when it's all said and done, when it's all
that goes back to the question: Is he overlooked though? Because he has everything you could think of. He's everything you think of.
I mean, there's certain people like I seen in your comments. Some people be like, Seth Rollins shouldn't be anywhere near these conversations. I'm like, okay,
that's crazy.
That's cap. That's crazy.
That's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. I mean,
in that aspect, yes. But.
Seth also doesn't help himself either with like talking about how he's not the top guy all the time. Like when he was feuding with Cody, he had like an interview talking about the Cody feud. He had an interview talking about the Roman feud. He keeps mentioning that, yeah, I'm not the number one guy. I'm not the top guy. So he doesn't help himself with that situation also. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he just kind of write himself off like
a lot.
But I think that's more him understanding his positioning. Like
that's true.
He, from what I've heard, he's just not number one, and he's not. Like he's not. It's and not everyone. And like that's such a small percentage of what people fail to realize. Like only a small percentage of people can ever say, and this goes for anything, like whether it's wrestling or music or sports. Like there's only like a small percentage of people who can say like I was that guy. Like how many people had a run like Lil Wayne had, like in the 2000s? Like how many people can we say had that type of run? How many people can we say had a debut album like 50 Cent? Like how many people can say have had runs like Jordan, like LeBron? Like how many people like Steph Curry? Like how many people? There's only a small select people who reach the top of your genre. You say Seth's not on that list?
Let me stop. I'm
not saying like number one goes. I'm just comparing like there's a small percentage of people who have like elite runs. Like elite runs where you're like, holy shit, this guy
this is incredible.
Like, okay, he might be one of them ones. There's a very small percentage when you look at everybody who's ever had these type of runs in any type of genre.
I feel like
Seth understands his position. He understands, okay, I'm not number one, but I'm definitely one of them. I'm definitely
I could have been.
I feel like there's a difference between legends and icons. Legends are a lot of them. Too many icons you can name though. Icons is like a different catalog. Like when you're talking about top fives, those to me are like the icons. Like icons, MJ. Those are icons in basketball. And you're like, then you got other ones like Kevin Garnett is a legend, icon though. I won't say he's an icon. He's a legend. But he ain't no icon. Seth Rollins, I think, is a legend. But when you think about the icons, you think about Cena, you think about Taker, Austin. Those are icons in wrestling. You know what I mean? Like those are the ones who are like needle movers or like
they'll be talked about forever.
Forever.
They'll never get lost in time.
About. Yeah, that's the small percentage I'm talking about.
Like guys like
those
Steph,
are people that'll never be lost
LeBron.
in time. Like Muhammad Ali will forever live. Forever live. Will Smith his stuff will forever live. You feel me? Like those are icons. Will Smith might be the only guy that can smack somebody on stage and still be Will Smith. Like still gonna sell out movies. You feel me?
I forgot about that. Oh my god.
You feel me? Like still, I'm just being honest.
Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
Like Will Smith's got slapped. All right,
keep my wife's name.
I'm still gonna go see Bad Boys 5 though. You feel me? Like something like
right.
I'm still gonna go see. So when you get
we still talk about his movies. We still talk about movies to this day. No matter after the slap, we still talking about movies. We still watching movies.
I mean, he got to think what he's done for music too. Like he got different layers to his. Like he got a sitcom. He got movie. He got music that are hits. Like
he brought back Fresh Prince.
Here's the thing I just thought about. Drama, even if you may not rank higher all time, right? Like on the rankings, right? You can still be an icon and be lower down. Like Eddie Guerrero, he's an icon for sure. And I don't know if he would be in those top 10, even 15 combos.
Would you say Jeff Hardy is one too?
Jeff Hardy's an icon, and I don't think he's top 30.
I think Jeff Hardy is a legend. I think he's an icon.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy because I hear that Malik's definition. That's like kind of what I'm getting to, like the tippity top. That's what I'm referring to. I'm referring like Seth will never be at the tippity top, and he understands that. He knows I will never be Hogan, Cena, like Taker level.
Changed the game though. Like Roman Reigns, honestly, he's changed the game over the last what he's done. Like
he helped
save WWE, bro.
Save the game. He saved
it.
Yeah. Like with the bloodline stuff, that helped revive the product a lot compared to what it was. Like go back and look what it was, 2018, 2019. And then we get to the pandemic, that storyline helped like revive the whole WWE, like to help bring it back to heights. That's icon moves, but like that's that's different levels. Yeah. Muhammad Ali, like in boxing, bro, like he changed the landscape of boxing, bro. Like Floyd Mayweather helped promote boxing and change the landscape of boxing. You feel me? Like those are icons and what they do. I think Jeff Hardy is like he like the neighborhood icon, like the hood icon. You feel me? Like he one of those guys like among the fans.
I think Eddie's the same too.
Yeah,
he's like a cultural icon. He's like a cultural. I don't think he's obviously not the level of a Cena or a Taker, but like within certain cultures and like just a certain demographic, he is like fucking like he's a fucking.
Everybody knows and loves Eddie.
Yeah,
everybody
knows and loves Eddie.
Everybody has different feels to them too. Like you can just tell certain people who just have different aura to them, I guess is the word. I mean, you can just tell. Like certain people just have different embodiments to them. You know what I mean? Like you look at the NBA, like Carmelo Anthony was a legend, but like when you go up against Kobe, that's Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like there's different layers to it. You know what I mean? Like there's different layers to different body of work and different feels how people have about certain people. You know what I mean? Like it's just different for certain people. So I mean, I think Jeff Hardy definitely is an icon among the fans and inspirational because growing up in our era, there was really like 4 people that I always knew that people, at least that I talked to, 4 people that we grew up with that we always wanted to be like or thought that were really cool that we were like really into that are fan favorites. It was John Cena, Jeff Hardy, Batista, and Rey Mysterio. Those are like the 4 that like you grew up on. Like you want to be like those guys. You feel me? You want to do what they were doing. 619. You know what I mean? How many times you ever do the 619 across the tree? You feel me? Like, like Batista with the pyro, imitating the pyro, Jeff Hardy with the face paint stuff, John Cena just based off of this. Like those were the 4, at least from my era, that I knew. Majority of people that I knew grew up with that they at least one of my friends I knew for sure, at least that was one of their favorites. One of those 4 people. It was either John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Batista, or Jeff Hardy. It was one of those
cooked
4.
In the comments.
I see you, Bo. I see. I was looking at you.
I mean, I don't hate the man no more, but he's right.
I mean, if he never went to Golden State though, he would be different. It'd be different. If he had won with OKC, it would be a different conversation. But
man, he would have became my favorite player, bro.
I wanted to be like 09 Randy Orton, so you're a demon. You're a demon, bro. Who looked at Randy was like, I want to be him.
Like, look at that 06 Edge, like, yeah, I want to be him. What's wrong with you?
Crazy.
These the YNs, bro. This is the YNs, bro. I bet you.
Oh my
God. Mo, you want to throw out another question? So I gotta let you throw out another.
Yeah. Okay. So there is a point I feel like everyone's gone through where you've kind of just stopped watching. Was there ever that point for y'all?
Never.
No?
Never.
Full time, yes. I would. Go ahead.
I can never. I honestly, I don't know how people do it mentally. I can never detach myself from wrestling. I can't do it. I can never do it. Right. They're during that 2018, 2019 era. I wasn't watching like Raw and SmackDown faithfully, but I still watched all the pay-per-views. I still kept up with it on social media. Like I had to know what was going on. I can't just not detach myself. Like where I'm like, oh, I'm not watching wrestling anymore, and you come back and then you're trying to figure out who this is. Like I'm definitely gonna know what's happening. You feel me? Like what's going on?
Braxton, bro.
03K is crazy.
Bro, nah, bro. Lock him up.
03K.
Lock him up, bro.
Get the sign, bro. Take it back. Take it back.
What about you guys? I'll let you guys speak.
For me, I would say probably that pandemic era of wrestling. Like it just didn't feel the same. I couldn't get the same vibe from it. The what was it? They were in the performance center for a good bit there, and then I thought
that was the best era, to be honest, as far as aesthetic goes.
Even when they switched to the Thunderdome, I didn't start watching until like 2021. If we're keeping it being like so, like I was legit only watching for Roman Reigns, until 2021. That's when I started fully back watching. But all of 2020, I pretty much didn't really watch like that.
Okay.
I'm the same as Malik. I will watch like pay-per-views and like the clips Cause I was in school too, so like I didn't watch live, so I would just watch like when they did the little top 10s that they used to do. I would watch those, and then I would watch the pay-per-views. But I never like full like I always knew what was happening. Like there's even times today where I don't even watch full shows, but I still know what's happening. So I just could never fully like detach myself from professional wrestling. Like even if I stopped watching WWE and AEW, I feel like I would just try to find like, all right, let me check out New Japan. Let me check out whatever other companies doing stuff. Like I would try to find something. I could never. I don't know, right? It's just been a part of my life. I just can't see myself detaching. Even during the pandemic, I mean, that shit was like kind of like therapy for me, bro. Like I went through my first breakup, and it was Monday Night Raw, and like shit was ass, but I'm like, it's fucking wrestling. It's my escape. So I just watched it, and it wasn't great, but it for 3 hours, like my mind was on wrestling. It wasn't thinking about what just happened. So I never stopped completely. I don't think I ever will completely stop. Like even when I stop making content about wrestling, like I will never stop.
Comments crazy.
All right. I mean, for me, it was the dog food segment really took me out of it, bro. I legit I said to myself, I'm like, I think I'm too old for this. I turned it off. I walked away. I legit stopped watching everything. And then when Kobe passed, that same night was the Rumble. I was like, you know what? I need something to distract myself. This news cycle is killing me. I need something else. Edge comes back. I'm like, and it all just came back to me, bro. I was like,
yeah, that was
literally it was like chills down my spine, bro. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I never could detach myself from wrestling. I don't know. I can never do it. You know, I can never.
I mean, we can't now. We can't do it now.
I definitely can't now.
Even now though, like I could never do it. It's like honestly, bro. Like for some people, like I know some people who don't have like video game consoles. Like, bro, how do you not have a console, bro? Like I don't even have cable anymore. Like that's how I do everything on my PlayStation. Like I don't even. I watch stuff. Not even that he's playing the games, but like I watch movies on there. Like that's how I do everything now. I don't even have cable, so I could never just not have like a game console. Like I have to have something. Like sometimes I like to play the game to kind of distract myself from certain things too. You know, I like storytelling. Sometimes I want to play different games. So, but wrestling is like one of those things where it's like, I knew I was hooked. I mean, I knew I was hooked from a young age. Like as I got older, it became uncool to watch wrestling when you got to a certain age. And I was one of those people. I can't give it up, bro. I can't. Most of my friends stopped watching. They would keep, you still watching? Yep. Like, yep, sure do. Every week, every Monday.
Bro, 2016 to early 2017, niggas knew Tuesday. Don't bother me. I'm going to watch SmackDown Live. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone.
Oh, that used to be an important. When I was growing up, I mean nowadays it's different. Like I'm not gonna trip it. Like if I got something to do on a Monday or something, like that, I can watch it. But like now, growing up for sure, like. I'm in the house before 8 on Monday, bro. Like,
Tuesdays was an important
9 o'clock on Monday. You know what I'm saying?
Like, Fridays especially.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Fridays, bro. As soon as I get home from school, I ain't coming outside. Fridays, don't get home from school.
Right? Nah, don't bother me. Don't tell me do nothing. Don't tell me you hopping on the game. Nothing. Bro. I don't care. Bro.
I got you on Saturday.
Right.
Like, let's get on 2K17. Nah, bro. AJ Styles WWE champion. Leave me alone.
And this is back to like you could still like
Nate come to work.
You could still VCR stuff back then and record it, but it's like. I had to see it. It's not the same. That's why, like,
crazy times, man.
When Rock and Cena was gonna happen, right? I think I told this story. The day after, I told my mom. I was still in middle school. Like, so you know, April 1st, 2012. I'm gonna just need that. I'm gonna need that. And she was always trying to like, you can just go back and run. No, I have to see it in real time. You don't understand. I have to see it in real time. I can't go back and watch it because then everybody's gonna know it, and then it's not gonna feel the same. Like, I need to see it when it actually happens in real time. I need to experience this. It's like you need to let me experience this moment. This is important for me. So that's how it was with WWE, bro. Like I had to see it in real time. I could never detach myself from it. There were times when I couldn't stay up and watch Raw because I had to go to bed and go to school the next day. So I'd have to VCR and record it. I would get up early just so I can. I would like get up like an hour early just so I could figure out what was going on, bro. And if I didn't get up, I would get home after school. And I would have to watch it before like I do my homework or something like that. Like you're supposed to go home, do your homework, but my mom would get home for like an hour or so. I had to get up and I gotta get this quick, man. I gotta even I made to skip through parts. I'm gonna skip through it. Let me see what happened there and there. Because sometimes I get to school and my friends would have kind of already know what we're talking about. I'm like, bro, like I ain't see it yet, man. I ain't trying to know the spoilers, bro. Like, they already know. Like, I'm like, how y'all even still up, bro? How y'all even still up?
Right.
Especially for East Coast people. I was West Coast most of the time, so.
All right.
You was in the West Coast time, so.
Yeah, it was a lot easier for me to just stay up.
Yeah, because you was 3 hours behind, so you got to,
shit. When I lived on the East Coast for 3 years, I hated that.
I had to watch over here, bro. Raw come on 9 o'clock, bro. 9 o'clock back in the day.
Came on at 9 o'clock, ended at 11. Had to record that last hour, bro.
Yeah. I used to hate that.
I don't even think I stayed up for Raw 1000 either. I think I have to go to bed early. I have to come back the next day and finish it.
It seemed like when I got to middle school.
That was summer, so
when I got to middle school, that's when I was like,
that was summer. No, I finished that. Yeah. Or was that in summer camp? I might have been.
That was in summer. Yeah, that was in July.
July 23rd. Yeah.
But once I got to middle school on that, that's when I was like, I ain't had no more bedtime, bro. Like I'm gonna still get up and go to school. You ain't gotta worry about that. I'm gonna still get up, but I ain't trying to go to bed like 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah, but high school, my mom.
I'm 14.
High school. I was like.
Right. Back up, please.
Once I got to high school,
I'm watching Daniel Bryan. I'm watching Daniel Bryan get his ass beat by the.
That was your high school?
Once I got to a certain age.
God damn.
Nah, my high school was like 2014. So
yeah,
that was when I started.
Bro, that is crazy. Roman Reigns is Tribal Chief is my high schooler.
Okay, all right. That was my start of college. What the fuck?
Damn, man, young boy.
Christ. I was about to grab. I was my junior year.
I was in high school when the Shield came out, bro. Like when the Shield was a thing. Like when the Shield was popping.
Yeah, I was in middle school.
Yeah, I was like middle school. I was getting ready to enter high school around that time frame. Like I was in high school when CM Punk. I remember because one of my teachers, he used to watch wrestling. We used to talk about it all the time, and he told me. He was like, "Bro, you hear about CM Punk?" I didn't know. I was like, "What?" To me, he walked out. He's like, "Yeah, it's like he ain't gonna be on Raw today, bro. Like,
crazy, bro.
He ain't gonna be there or something." I'm like, "What?" Like that shit was wild, bro. Like,
one thing that trips a lot of people out is like, okay, who was the WWE champion while y'all were 10 years old?
When I was 10
years old, it had to be John Cena.
Unfortunately.
Or Sheamus. John Cena.
No, I gotta go back. So when I was 10 years old, let me see. I gotta think when did I turn 20? I don't even know when I turned 20.
Y'all know your birthday?
It probably had to be John Cena, bro. It had to be John Cena.
It was either John Cena or it was July. It'd been July somewhere.
I know my birthday, but
July 2020
years.
Okay,
so it's probably either John Cena or Sheamus.
Okay, Mo.
Yeah, for me it was Punk in the middle of that 434-day run.
Okay, so when y'all was 10, so my champion when I was 10 was Authority Seth Rollins.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Yeah,
I was in 7th grade. Jeez.
That always trips me out. That's the funniest thing.
7th, 8th grade. Yeah.
Off the top of my head, if I had to guess, it would probably have to be John Cena.
Someone said T.O. wet behind the ears.
Bro.
He's up and coming, bro. He's up and coming. So he's up and coming.
Hey man, T.O. still got a following.
But I still ain't really. Yeah, I still honestly didn't. Because I didn't expand into other wrestling genres until I got into high school. Honestly, like. Once I got into high school, that's when I started getting into New Japan a lot, and fell out with TNA because after they messed it up, and then New Japan is when I started really kind of the Bullet Club is what got me into it. I was hearing about Bullet Club. Man, what they talking about the Bullet Club?
Bullet Club was different, bro. You had to be there, bro. Like I wasn't even watching like that, but even I knew. But I bought a shirt. I didn't even watch it like that, but I was like, I get a shirt.
I still got my Bullet Club shirt. I started watching it. I remember
someone said Big Show 99. Oh my god!
I started watching it in like 2014. I missed the Finn Balor era, but I started watching when AJ Styles took over, and then Kenny Omega and all that stuff. So that's when I kind of started to keep up with it. But different time frame. Let me ask y'all this: what would be your top 5 WWE video games all time?
That's a good topic. I got a list somewhere.
Your top 5 all time.
Favorites?
I don't be playing like y'all.
It's different for me.
The best.
The best. Okay.
The best.
I don't be playing like y'all, but
I'll say SVR 07 at number 1. I'll put Here Comes the Pain at number 2. Maybe 2K14. Nah, I put that 5 because SVR 2011.
The 2K20.
And then No Mercy. I'm not Cam.
You missed a big one, Mo. You disappointed me.
What I miss?
I would have SVR 07.
Yes, sir.
SVR 06.
That should be top 5. That should be top 5.
Here Comes the Pain for sure.
Yeah.
2010 and 2011 always go back and forth for me, man. I really like both.
Really?
Yeah, I really like both of them. 2010 was really good.
I would say more, but
I would say 2011. And then probably I don't know, bro. I'm feeling Dave Reckoning, bro. Dave Reckoning.
I gotta play it. I gotta buy it, bro.
Dave Reckoning was goated, bro. GameCube.
I gotta buy it. I've been going back and playing games that I
would say that. I would say No Mercy is great too, but I would say those would be my 5. Those would be my 5. And WWE All-Stars is very underrated.
Yeah, y'all crazy.
WWE All-Stars slept on too. That was good. That was a good game.
Someone said WrestleMania 2000. Yeah, y'all got it. I don't like that game. I don't know why. I just don't. I prefer No Mercy.
I'll say Legends of WrestleMania next, bro. Legends of WrestleMania.
That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. If you know the context of that game, it wasn't that bad. It's not for me. It's not. I'm not going back to play that actively. But it's not
2K14 is great though. 2K14 is great.
2K14 is great.
Dave Reckoning. Now Dave Reckoning 2 was. I'm talking Dave Reckoning 1 though. We're talking the first Dave Reckoning.
Dave Reckoning 2 was whack. Why? What's wrong?
It's not that great compared to 1. You got to play number 1 to know.
I'm gonna play both. Check it out.
What about you guys?
I never played All Stars though.
I'll just go first. 2K14 for me would be number 1. I think that's the most I've ever played a WWE game ever, like ever. Number 2, SVR 07. So these other spots where it gets tricky. Number 2, SVR 07. Number 3, SVR 2011. Number 4, I'm gonna go 2K19. And number 5, I could really go a lot of games, but I'm gonna say WWE 12 for number 5.
That shit is underrated, bro. I swear, I've been playing it a lot recently. That shit is
road
underrated.
to WrestleMania, bro.
I don't know if I put it top 5.
Crazy, everything connected. That's crazy. I love that.
It was so good.
The Jacob Cass was
Roman Reigns
before Roman Reigns. Jacob Cass was Super Cena during Super Cena.
Cam would have said 2K.
I put WWE 13 over 2K12 or WWE 12. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You would take what?
WWE 13.
I mean,
I agree with that.
Was goated.
For me, this is based off. This is what I've played heavily. This is what I played the most. What I play heavily and what I enjoyed the most. So my favorite is SVR 2010. Me and my brother played that shit the fuck out of that, bro. I had so many characters in there. Oh my god, bro, that shit is so good, bro. Oh my god, I love that game. After that, based off of again how much I played it and how much like lore I have in that game, WWE 13. I have so much lore in that game, bro. Like it's oh my god, bro. I'm fucking god. My character was a god pretty much, bro. Anyway, so I said 10, 13. I'll put 19, bro. That in the new 2K series, that's the most I've ever had fun. And like from what I played, like that was like because 2K18 was. So when I got 2K19, I was like, all right, cool. Like I'll stick 2K19 in right now. I have a great time. What else was I gonna say? I already said. I love from what I played. I really like WrestleMania 19. I like the story of WrestleMania 19.
Really?
I like going around in the mall, beating people up, like free roam shit. That was fun. That was fun. And I can't do it again. That game's like $100, bro.
Y'all ever played the SVR games on the PSP?
No, I never got to.
Ah man, that shit. It was literally the same game, bro. That shit was perfect.
I never got the experience on the PSP. But those are good games. Those are good games. What's the?
I still got one.
Oh, you still got one?
I'll probably
07.
What?
07.
I didn't play 07 like that. I played it like a couple times. I didn't play it like that.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, it still holds up.
It's the greatest game of all time, bro.
I still play it. It's fucking great.
It's the GOAT.
No, I've seen the GMO. That's shit that put me on GMO.
GMO was great.
If they would just copy and paste it into 25. Please.
I'll probably put because I wrote to WrestleMania, bro. I probably put 2K12 or WWE 12, bro. I wrote to WrestleMania. It was great.
It was crazy.
I wrote to WrestleMania was fantastic.
Is that the goal? Is that the best road to WrestleMania in the game?
It has a case. There's
a lot. I really liked 2010's road.
I like 2010s, bro. 2010s, I thought
the road to WrestleManias were elite.
So good. The Mickey James, they did a women's rumble before anybody.
Mickey James, and you had.
Wasn't it like 15 though? It was like 15 people though, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't that many.
But
it was still the concept of it.
Baby steps.
I like 2010s. I like the 2010s one. I like the 2010s.
I like Edge's. I like Randy's. The Triple H Cena Champion of Champions. That was good.
Oh,
Greatest Superstar one. Just
Crazy.
It was like
enough,
Santino.
Champion of Champions was goated.
SVR 10. There was a couple of them I didn't like. The Vince one was fun, but I didn't like how they made your character wrestle in the chicken costume for like a month straight. Like it was like 8-9 matches. That was crazy. Yeah, like, what's the point of making a created character if he's gonna wrestle in a chicken costume for most of the one? And then the one with Cena and Triple H, it felt kind of
champions, but that was fire.
It didn't feel like the storyline just didn't match up to the other great stories that are being told with the other ones. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I played with my
Edge
brother.
one was really
good. I think Edge had the best one. Not gonna lie.
It was like literally real life type shit. That was literally what Edge was.
Edge one was loaded.
That was
Randy Orton's was good too.
I like.
Y'all remember
Legacy? Yep.
Y'all remember 09, the homie Tony?
Of course, military man. Better than Utopia.
They made that man at 93.
Better than
Utopia, bro. They made Masked Man at 92, bro. What the fuck?
Better than Utopia. That was crazy. 09 was pretty good. SmackDown vs. Raw as well. 2011 was pretty good too. It was okay. 2011 was
bro,
good.
I like how
crazy? You backstage and stuff.
I skipped.
That was cool. That was cool.
I skipped from 10 to 13. I didn't play 11 and 12 as a kid. I went back and played them.
I like the free roam or backstage. I wish they would bring that back, bro. Like they kind of did in 18.
Yeah, but that wasn't. You had one location every time.
Exactly. It was.
I'm hoping 2K25. I'm hoping they expand more into different stuff. But I really would love to see Road to WrestleMania come back. That's one thing I've always hoped.
We need to create a story back. That's what we need. Community creations would go crazy with
the fact that we're in the cinema era of WWE and we don't have creative story in the WWE game is crazy. That's why
we need new developers.
And when's the last time they had it in a game?
10 years, 11 years, right?
14 was the last.
So I think the last they had it was 2011.
14 was the last one with
14.
With creative story, yeah.
Because 15 they took everything out of that game, bro. They took match out of that game, modes, all of it.
I don't know if y'all watched this, but have y'all ever seen WWE versus Zombies, WWE 13? Have y'all seen that story on YouTube?
Zombies? No, I haven't.
I think I've seen it recommended, but I never.
It's like Walking Dead. It's like Walking Dead, bro. That shit was good. It was that one, and it was like WWE versus TNA.
I seen that. I seen WWE versus
TNA. Yeah, that shit was that. I would watch that on, bro. That shit was good. But I think they're off YouTube now. I think they're copyright striking or something like that.
Yeah, of course.
That was good, bro. But man, to create a story, bro.
Create a finisher. I was just doing all kinds of shit.
Create a finisher, I think they'll bring back too. They'll bring that back eventually. They always take stuff out of games and then bring it back, again to make more money. Right. So,
yep.
Let's see. We got to do this. Top 10 worst Royal Rumble winners in your opinion. Good question. Top 10 worst. Let's see. We got to have Del Rio,
Vince,
Ronda
Brock in 2022.
Brock.
I'm actually about to make a video on this. This is crazy.
Batista in 2014.
Oh, I was about to say.
Roman 2015.
Roman, yeah.
I don't think that was a bad choice. It's just how they did it, bro.
That's the problem with it. It was the booking.
That's the problem with how they did it.
They doing it from the beginning.
Luger and what was that, 93 or something?
94.
Whatever year that was.
Yokozuna.
Oh God.
Macho should have won that Rumble. I'm sorry, Macho Man should have.
Should he though? No.
I mean, Macho Man and Brett would have been a way better main event.
No, that's
way
true.
better.
That's true. Probably. Let me think of some other ones. Some people don't like. Some people.
Brock
22.
Yeah, we said
who else would have won that one? Who else would have won that one?
Some people don't like Sheamus. His win.
Jericho.
How y'all feel about Ray? How you feel about Ray?
Nah, Ray was cool.
I was cool with that.
Some people don't like Austin in 01 though. Some people felt it should have been Kane.
Why?
Some people felt it should have been Kane.
Kane main event in WrestleMania 17 is nasty work.
Yeah, y'all need to be taxed.
I mean, this is based off what Kane was still the shit though back then. No, he was the shit.
Kane was great.
He was good, but
Kane and Rock in the main event, bro.
Kane and Rock is not a WrestleMania main event. I'm
sorry.
No, I agree.
So No Way Out main event.
I'm forgetting one. Oh, Ronda Rousey, obviously.
You already said that.
Unfortunately, yes.
Charlotte.
I think. Oh yeah, Charlotte. Never mind.
Shayna should have won that one. Del Rio.
I was going to say, have we only had one?
2013 Cena, maybe 2013 Cena. Somebody said.
Yeah, it made sense.
I mean, who else is going to win that? Jack Swagger.
Black Swagger? No.
Punk was the champion, so he couldn't have won that.
No.
Rock.
Because Rock and Punk was the main event of that show.
I would probably say my top 5 would be Vince McMahon, Del Rio, Ronda Rousey, Lesnar in 2022, and then that last spot I would probably say Batista 2014.
That was so bad. They set Batista up for failure.
That really should have been Daniel Bryan. I mean, I get keeping him out of the Rumble. It did add on to the story, but that just happened to fall on their lap. They didn't even plan.
They had to do that. Yeah, so it's not something they wanted to do. Oh, Hogan at 90. Why? You were already the WWF champion. Why?
Back then, they didn't have that stipulation. Back then.
Wasn't as bad, but it was just like, why?
Worst Money in the Bank winners. Oh, definitely.
Austin Theory.
Yeah.
For sure.
Jack Swagger.
Damien Sandow.
Swagger. See, bro, Damien Sandow. He could.
Drew McIntyre.
They fed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate this.
They fed Sandow to Cena, bro. They could have did something with that.
Nikki
Del Rio.
Oh, Nikki Ash. Yes.
Del Rio was dumb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nikki Ash. Cena.
I'll take Del Rio over Nikki Ash. That shit was stupid as fuck. No.
Some people Cena.
Oh, Cena I hated. Yeah. No. Why?
We can just put all the ones who failed. Like,
pretty much. Corbin was bad.
So pretty much all the ones I failed.
They had so many options. Strowman.
Brock Lesnar, bro.
Yeah.
At least it was funny, but Jesus.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, for a week.
Honestly, that might be the worst Money in the Bank win. Lesnar was diabolical, bro.
He wasn't even in the match. Like, at least all these other people were.
Bro, and Ali was just like.
Yeah, and they told him to do
bro,
that. That's the crazy thing.
Otis too. Otis won Money in the Bank.
Oh no!
There were so many options in that match too.
Bro, Money in the Bank's been cooked for so long. I forgot.
Money in the Bank's actually bad winners than good ones.
Wow, there's more bad. They really devalue Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Mr. Kennedy.
Never forget. James Ellsworth won the first ever women's Money in the Bank.
Oh, brother.
All right. What about the best though? The best though. You got to talk about the best too.
Edge.
Yes.
Seth. Dolph. Tiffy.
Tiffy was
good. Is going. Let me see.
She might be the best women's one, to be honest.
Tiffany Stratton could definitely be the best.
I love Bayley's cash.
CM Punk.
Oh yeah, Punk. Back to back.
Oh yeah.
Both years, honestly, I didn't have a problem with both years. Both years were pretty dope. RVD's another good one too.
RVD.
Oh yeah, best announced cash in. Yeah.
RVD for sure.
Is that the only good announced cash in?
Yeah. They ruined Braun Strowman's. They ruined that one.
Jesus.
They also ruined there was another Cena's. Cena's wasn't really ruined, but it was like
it was a waste. That was a waste.
Yeah. He didn't really need it.
Big, I'm not gonna say the best, but under I think one that doesn't really get mentioned a lot, Biggie. I like his. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the best, but I liked his. I like
Biggie. Yeah.
It's a fun one.
It wasn't too terrible. What's
that's like the first one that felt like really fresh.
This was Biggie's did feel fresh though. It felt really fresh.
It felt right, yeah.
What about what's a WWE moment that happened that still pisses y'all off? Like it's still like crazy that they did that shit. I can't believe they did that.
Goldberg Fiend. I was in class watching that shit. I was just like, you can't be serious. Like you motherfuckers can't be serious. Like when he didn't even hit him with a jackhammer, it was a fucking suplex. Fuck that match, bro. Fuck that match.
I mean, I feel like I speak for all of us, and you know who us is when I say Kofi and Brock. Like that shit will never fucking make sense to me. That shit will, especially knowing what we know that Vince and Brock would talk about. Yeah, that shit. Shit don't sit right with me. That shit don't sit right with me. Why they did that? That felt a little bit motivated in a different type of bro. Y'all on Fox. That's your main event.
The first African-born champion gets squashed in 8 seconds.
Faces country strong Brock Lesnar
against the man that someone said against the man that looks like he could teach a course on being white at Princeton.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that shit don't sit right with me, bro. That shit, that the circumstances don't sit right with me. I mean, Kofi is he's being a bad apple right now, but he don't deserve this. I see some of our people trying to bring this up to Kofi. It's like, oh, remember this? Like, stop. That's trauma. That's trauma in our community. God. We don't need brought up. I know. I get it. Kofi Kingston, he annoys you right now, but there's no need for that, bro. There's no need for that. You don't see you didn't see freaking them talk about that with Big E when he lost to Brock. They didn't bring that up. They just say, hey, you wasn't there for us. So why are we bringing up trauma in our community, man? You need to stop. Stop bringing up trauma.
What about you?
It's not right.
Let's see. Something that I'll never get over. I'm sorry, bro. Brock winning that Royal Rumble after he just lost his WWE champion.
That whole you could just chalk up both Rumble.
Oh my God, bro! Like that was just, I don't know, bro. Nah.
I think for.
But I missed that Rumble, and I was like low-key mad at first, but then I watched it back. I was like, all right, I'm glad I didn't watch it.
I would probably say for me, there's a couple. I don't really get too mad off wrestling, but I will never understand how they messed up Braun Strowman. I can't fathom that, bro. Like the fact that he didn't beat Brock Lesnar at No Mercy and got beat by one F5. And then to still kind of be in a good spot after winning the Money in the Bank, only for him to have an announced failed cash-in because of Brock Lesnar. And then he got fed to Brock Lesnar again at Crown Jewel, where he got demolished. Like, I just can't fathom how they built this guy up where he was a monster, bro. Like, no pun intended. I know that's his nickname, but like that guy had so much crazy aura to him, bro. Like he just felt like he could destroy anybody on the roster. He could cut promos and make it believable. He was crazy athletic in the ring. He could put on good matches. Like he made his presence believable. Like he had one of the very few presentations where like when you heard his theme song, you were like, oh snap, here come that dude. You feel me? Like when you heard that roar, like you felt like he about to destroy somebody. And I just can't fathom how they messed that up, bro. Like they had a layup. It was an easy layup. That's like going for a wide open layup and missing, bro. Like it was right there.
Oh, Brandon Knight.
Right there in the palm of their hands, bro. They had a superstar in the palm of their hands that could have went down as one of the greatest big men they ever had. All they had to do was just have him beat one guy. He had to beat one guy, and it's over. His career would have been solidified. And every time he faced that one guy, he lost every time. Every time, bro. Not even just singles matches, multi-man matches. Every time he was in the ring with Brock Lesnar, he could not win. The Fatal 4-Way, SummerSlam, the Triple Threat, Royal Rumble. Every time he touched the ring with Brock Lesnar, could never win, bro. And not even just match. He couldn't, like, Brock Lesnar eliminates him in the Royal Rumbles too. Like, bro, I'm like, what is up with this, bro? Like, why can't he just get a win over Brock Lesnar, bro? All he has to do is just beat one guy. But it just had to be Roman Reigns, bro. It had to be Roman Reigns over everybody. I just can't understand how they messed that up, bro.
I mean, there's one that's like glaring. It was 2 days after the Kofi squash.
Oh, the hell in a cell match, yeah.
Hell in a Cell.
Well, yeah, that was a bad week. That was really bad.
AEW debuts on Wednesday, Friday. We get fucking Fox, and then Hell in a Cell 2019.
Yeah, AEW chance at the end of your
That's
how you know.
Pathetic.
That was a crazy time, man. I'm glad we're out of the trenches with that, man. I'm glad we're out of the trenches because that was such a bad time to be watching wrestling. Like, man, if you were watching around that time frame and you survived, kudos, bro. Kudos.
Yeah, right. Like we made it, bro. No.
That was.
Why do you think we're so skeptical whenever something good happens?
I know you asked the question about WWE, but what is the AEW decision that would always you'll never get over it? Mine is them not doing CM Punk and CM Punk and FTR versus Kenny and the Bucks. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Them not being able to put business.
Them putting the Punk backstage footage on fucking Dynamite.
That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I tuned out there. I was like,
I didn't understand that move. I'm like,
it had nothing to do with FTR.
What good did that? What good did that bring? What good did that bring?
And I understand. Look, I understand why they did it. They did it for Jack Perry, but the return was not as good as the investment. And I compare that to The Rock coming out. I compare that to Cody saying, "But not at WrestleMania." Geez. Like both those moments, awful. And if I could erase those moments from history, I would, and I would redo the whole thing. But at least WWE was able to pivot in a direction where they got a good return on that investment. Like all that was worth WrestleMania 40, what I consider the greatest WrestleMania of all time, the greatest WrestleMania event of all time. That's what led to that. Fuck, you're telling me that the CM Punk footage was for Jack fucking Perry. Jack Perry, you put your entire company's name on the line for a man who can't even cut a damn promo. Oh my God, that was stupid. I thought they were going to, if they would have turned that into something great, if that elite angle would have been something that brought them back with, oh, AEW's back, I would be as forgiving as I am with WWE with that Rock and with that not at WrestleMania. I still would think it's stupid, like I think not at WrestleMania was. And if you gave me the chance to delete that from history, I 100% would delete that from history. But oh my God, the return on that investment was not good at all. That was probably the worst thing they've ever done as a company, especially considering when you see who they did it for and where he's at now. Because he's nowhere where he should be. He's nowhere where he should be to take a risk that big. That shit was stupid. And that entire angle died anyway. So what was
Cook?
I would probably say, honestly, for me, and it's simple, messing up the exploding death bench with Kenny Omega and John Moxley. That whole match was great, bro. It was great. It was beautiful. And I watched death matches, so I knew how the ending was gonna be. I'm like, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Eddie Kingston made an award for that sell, bro. He needs some type of Emmy or something, bro.
And the commentary too. Oh my
like
God!
Something bad is actually happening.
The fact that Eddie Kingston had to lay there, bro, and just pretend like he just that man, give him something, bro, pay raise or something, because I ain't gonna lie, I'd have been laughing my ass off if I was him, bro. I'd have been in the ring getting weak, like no way, no way that just happened, like, and that wasn't even anything too like atrocious, but it's like you can't mess up that ruined the whole match, bro. That one moment took everything away from that match. These two dudes literally tore themselves apart in that match, bro. And nobody ever talks about it. Just that ending. It's just that messed up ending, bro. It ruined that ending, bro. Like that's
my last thing would just be I just had it. Oh, it's so bad I can't even remember it. My last thing would probably be the Devil storyline. That was
that's right. I started like slowly going.
Mine kind of ties into the Devil storyline. Is Wardlow and the Undisputed Kingdom. I was with it, and then they was like Wardlow. Like just their fumbling of Wardlow, bro. Just the constant like every time.
Wardlow, man, they had a chance. They had a chance right there with Wardlow, man. They messed it up.
They keep doing the same thing with him, bro. It's like, oh yeah, you're gonna work for me. And then, like, well, he's obviously going to turn. Yeah, that Devil storyline.
The Devil
everything, the fallout.
You mean the one with Adam Cole, right? Yeah, yes. That one. But the injuries did play a big factor in that, though. That did kind of hurt them a lot because the payoff, I think, would have been a lot bigger if Adam Cole never got hurt, and then we had to wait so long. And then when Adam Cole came back, they tried to justify like he didn't turn into the devil. Like, oh, I turned on you. We're like, you turned on him. What are you talking about? Like, you don't want to turn on him, bro. Like, trying to make it seem like you didn't turn your back on him. Like. What are you talking about? Like you're the one who turned on him. Like I don't know. Okay, I guess we're. And another thing I understand: stop putting titles on Chris Jericho. I don't understand what we're doing.
Yeah. Why are we still doing this?
I understand what's going on with what
someone says putting Jericho on my screen.
Do you see? I don't know if y'all are keeping up, but I don't know what it is. I have this obsession with keeping up with AEW, even though I know they're worse. I just want to see how bad.
Yeah, I keep up. I
want to see what they do next. I want to see how they get out of this hole. And teasing a Jeff Jarrett world title reign in 2025 or 6 is not.
Nobody wanted that in 2000. What are we,
bro? Jeff. I understand that Jeff Jarrett is on his retirement tour. He think he's seen it or whatever. But we not finna stop teasing Jeff Jarrett winning the title.
Imagine Goldberg winning championship. Like, why is Goldberg
done with the 90s?
It devalued. Honestly, I think what Jericho is doing a little bit reminds me a lot of what Goldberg was doing. Like he's kind of devaluing himself a lot. Like if they had just brought Goldberg back and just kept him away from the title matches, I don't think he would have been as hated as much. Like when they first brought him back to stuff with Brock, that was cool. All right, that was great. But as soon as he won that Universal Championship beating Kevin Owens, it was like, what are we doing? You ended that great reign to Goldberg, he had to beat the Fiend for the title. Like, why? Like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't think Goldberg would have been as disrespected if he wasn't like going after championships. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Chris Jericho is the same way. Like, Jericho is like, I don't know. I feel like Jericho nowadays is just, he's not as respected as he once was. You know what I mean? Like among the community, which is kind of crazy.
He was getting GOAT conversations at one point.
And he still is one of the greatest ever, but it's like
he's not there anymore.
He's not doing his best work anymore, and it's just like he keeps winning titles. I don't know. He's giving off bad vibes. I feel like among the fans. I mean, I guess you could say. Well, that's basically how the people are feeling. You know.
That's what I'm looking up right now.
What the hell did he do?
Don't play with me, bro.
What happened?
Someone said R.I.P. He's live and well. What the fuck are people talking about?
Yeah, I was saying. I feel like isn't he's.
Jamie Hayter's buried in AW. Jamie Hayter, I don't know what they're doing with her either, bro.
They brought her back on a fucking 0 hour, bro. What the fuck?
Oh, and then
career.
Oh man, don't play with me like that, bro. Made my heart.
Marty Brown was that the one guy who was in ECW?
I don't see ECW and TNA.
Marcus Corvon was his name?
Yeah, Marcus Corvon. Yeah, he had potential. He had potential.
I think he stopped wrestling because his sister.
So the story I heard about him in TNA before he left was like he was supposed to be the one that beat Jeff Jarrett on that Reign of Terror, and they just took too long. And bro was like, "I'm not waiting." Like y'all kept doing this, and then it ended up being AJ's spot. So,
shout out to AJ Styles. I mean, AJ Styles for.
I saw on Twitter someone asked who gave Jeff Jarrett 12 world titles, and someone said Jeff Jarrett.
Literally. He's really a 12-time world champion.
I was like, well, which is crazy.
I didn't even know he won that many times in TNA, though. That's the thing.
I didn't either, bro.
I remember the one reign.
They said Jeff.
I only remember a couple of times he had it. Off the top of my head, I don't remember him having it 12 times. 12 times is crazy.
I mean, so you got to count WCW.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, WCW, okay. So
he's the one that laid down for Hogan at Bash at the Beach.
Yeah.
That terrible moment.
That was when WCW was dying. So.
All right. To end it off here, last question I'm going to ask you guys. Overall, who do you think had the better WWE career, Undertaker or John Cena?
Omos.
Of course, Omos is the greatest of all time. So I mean,
that's so difficult. It's neck and neck.
Because I feel like those are the
overall.
two like goats for many people. But like, who do you think had the better career?
I mean, I got Cena over him all time, so.
Yeah. I think if you would erase the last, 5 years of Undertaker's career, I would have Undertaker. I would say Undertaker. But, oh, my God, this man kept going out there. Ever since the streak died, he kept going out there, and he kept making an ass out of himself, and he just would not stop. He had a great ending, but to get there was fucking dragging your balls through glass. It was terrible. It was painful. It was sad.
That sounds extremely painful.
Jesus Christ.
It was sad. It was sad, bro. This nigga had one good hit.
If we're gonna break the streak, just let him go after that. That's it. That's why I've always just been like, oh,
they would have ended on that.
Just don't end the streak if you're not gonna let him go away. What was the point?
I mean, it was kind of his decision though. He wanted to keep coming back, so I mean, Vince was never gonna say no to him. What about you, Tio?
Yeah, I'll say. I'm gonna say John Cena. Yeah, I think Undertaker. He just tainted his legacy too much. Not tainted it, but you kind of had that bad taste in your mouth after those. What was that?
Well, tainted is right word.
Yeah, that was like 4 to 5. That was like 4 years of just bad, just bad. So it's yeah.
All right, understandable. Just want to throw it out there. All right, you guys, make sure you guys subscribe to the pod. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate it, man. Listen, bro. At the end of the day, where's it at, bro? Oh, you gotta remember, bro.
Yeah.
You're not living life right if you're not living
our champion.
Right. I'm gonna end the pod just like this, bro. You don't have to
screenshot.
Just make sure you screenshot the screen, bro. It's just
that man is a god in Japan. He is a god
champion.
In Japan.
More championship reigns this year than Finn Balor. Yes, sir.
Make sure you save this photo. You know what I'm saying?
More wins
save
this year.
Photo. Make sure you screenshot it, put it as your wallpaper, hang it up in your room somewhere, as a poster. You know,